tonight, it's the end of an era as the Valdosta State Blazers host the West Georgia Wolves in the final Peach Basket meeting as D2 and Gulf South Conference foes. And a good evening, everyone. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle as we welcome you inside for a gorgeous fall evening of football. Just one of two games being played in the evening in D2 nationally. Of course, the other one a little bit later on tonight between Western Oregon and Angelo State. But Taylor, a big ball game here tonight as we write one final chapter in this Red Clay rivalry series.
Yeah, it's been a long chapter that's been written here, in-state rivalry, so you think about everything that comes with it. There's a trophy at stake, a unique trophy, I might add, but a trophy at stake, a lot of emotions in this ball game, and what better way to do it than top it off with senior night and a night ball game.
They're going to look at the Blazin' Brigade, the sound that ignites the South, with the pregame, of course, playing of our national anthem just moments ago, followed by the alma mater. And how about this? The Marching Wolves of West Georgia have also made the trip from Carrollton, Georgia today. They are here. We've got a full house, and it'll be rocking here tonight as we get set to rock and roll here in the booth. Let's talk a little bit about how we got here and what's at stake. Last week, the Valdosta State Blazers with a big win over West Alabama. Really, Taylor, you go back to 2 weeks ago, the Blazers were down 14-0 against West Florida. They find a way to come back in that game against West Florida in Pensacola. They've won two big games, and now they got a big game here tonight with playoff implications on the line.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Blazers come in 9-1 on the season into this ball game. West Georgia still seems to be fighting for their life too. 6-3. Some talk about them maybe having some playoff potential if they win this ball game tonight. So a lot on the line. Yes, I was glad to see the Blazers go down to West Florida and come from behind, and really kind of that's been a team that's really kind of had our number the last couple of years. And so, seeing the Blazers go down and beat West Florida was huge for that team.
Meanwhile, the West Georgia Wolves, again last week, a 47-13 loss at the hands of Delta State. That broke a 4-game win streak for the Wolves. But Cam Brown, another big game, left that game a little bit hobbled, but 111 yards through the air, 45 on the ground, and a touchdown. They got a lot of weapons. Rajay Mosley, again, over 800 yards rushing this year. Played his high school ball right here at Valdosta High School in this stadium, and he'll be fired up and ready to go back in his hometown.
Yeah, the Mosleys, no matter what, they were kind of synonymous with Valdosta High School football here in Valdosta, and he went to West Georgia to make his mark at the collegiate level. He knows how to run the football in this field, and I don't think anything differently tonight. Blazers are going to have to contain that rushing attack by Mosley.
So there you have it. The stage is set. Bazemore Hyder Stadium in Titletown, USA in Cleveland Field. It's the 9-1 Valdosta State Blazers taking on the 6-3 West Georgia Wolves. When we return, stay with us. You're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
There's a place, deep within the longleaf pines, a place that's like no other, a place where championships are won, a place where heroes are born. And for the lucky few that have walked among its palms, it's a place that we call home. Valdosta State University.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus. Get there.
Hey Blazer fans, Williams Hotel Group is South Georgia's hospitality headquarters with 8 award-winning hotels in Valdosta. Williams Hotel Group has everything to meet your lodging, event, and meeting space needs. Come see us at any one of our conveniently located properties off I-75, exits 16 and 18, or visit us at williamshotelgroup.com. And, as always, go Blazers!
Ride, slide, and explore this summer at Wild Adventures. Enjoy new Oasis Outpost and cool off in Splash Island Water Park. Save on tickets at wildadventures.com.
The Houston Clinic's history with Valdosta began over 40 years ago with Doctors Champ Baker and Kurt Jacobson on the sidelines with the Valdosta State Blazers. We've been there through VSU's 4 NCAA Division National Championships and 9 Gulf South Conference Championships. And we're still here today on the field providing VSU athletes with immediate sideline coverage. Congratulations, Valdosta State Blazers, for over 40 years of exceptional football.
Back here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium as we get set for the run through. Again, moments ago, the captains meeting at midfield. It was West Georgia that won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so we will see that Blazer offense first. And Taylor, again, a Blazer offense that had a lot of success on the opening drive through the first 8 games. They found themselves in the red zone with 7 touchdowns. That streak came to an end 2 weeks ago at West Florida. Again, the Blazers, though, hoping for some opening drive success tonight. You kind of feel like they're going to have to get off to a fast start tonight.
Well, that's part of my bets, Dave. This is a rivalry game. You got David Dean. You got so many people that are in state here. You got some Valdosta natives that are playing at West Georgia and so forth. I counted 7 on the roster. So Blazers do have to get off to a fast start today. That would be take the first possession down the field and put points on the board. We got to contain number 22, Rajay Mosley. His rushing attack is going to be deadly. And offensively for the Blazers, you know, you gotta be able to run the football. You got to be able to continue to spread the ball out through the air, not really key on any one receiver, and you got to protect the football.
Absolutely. Again, Biddle's Bits, keys to the game, brought to you by Blazer Sports Media as we bring it to you tonight. And here come the Blazers. Tremaine Jackson, his second season as head coach, and what a turnaround for the Houston, Texas native. 14-7 now at Valdosta State, 24-10 overall. As you mentioned, partner, again, David Dean, the dean of coaching in the Gulf South Conference, spent several years here in Titletown, won a couple of national championships, went to West Georgia, 127 wins overall, puts him as the second winningest coach in Gulf South Conference history. 14 seasons as a head coach for David Dean, and he's a class act. Here's the tail of the tape offensively. The Blazers averaging 35 points a game. That's second in the conference. Defensively allowing 20.5. That's good for fourth in the conference. Meanwhile, for West Georgia, they're averaging right what they're giving up, about 27.5 points offensively and defensively, but a very explosive offense that can put points up in a hurry. Again, that 4-game win streak snapped last week at home against Delta State. But I tell you what, it was a great performance nonetheless. Again, Lockley, 2 receptions, 99 yards. Robinson Williams, 10 tackles apiece, but they had 3 turnovers, and that really has been the Achilles heel for this West Georgia team. 22 turnovers this year. That's near last in the country.
Yeah, I was about to say their turnovers have been really critical to some of those losses that West Georgia has had. And, you know, they average giving up 27 points a game, and so, but they only average scoring 27 points a game as well. So something's got to give there offensively or defensively for this West Georgia team. And you know, the Blazers, conversely, you know, they're putting up 35. They're putting up 35 points a game, giving up 20. You didn't put up as many points last week in their win over West Alabama. There's Coach Dean, very familiar, walking this sideline. Maybe used to be on the other sideline, but there he is, Coach Dean. He knows he's a really good ball coach, and so the Blazers are going to have a plan for, you know, his scheme, really a continuation of the Chris Hatcher air raid attack. So maybe a little bit of mirror imaging tonight on what you're going to see out of these two ball clubs.
So we talked about the end of an era. Again, the red clay rivalry. Peach Basket, of course, up for grabs tonight one final time. West Georgia, of course, moving to D1 next year. Again, the red clay is basically a combination of all the sports played between the two schools, and then there's an overall champion, if you will, at the end of the spring season there. But again, we're going to talk a lot about this matchup and this rivalry over the course of the next 4 quarters. But tonight, just to give you a glimpse, the 43rd meeting overall. These two have played every year since 1983, minus, of course, the COVID season of 2020. Valdosta State won the first 9 games in this series, but then after that, it's pretty much been back and forth. Again, West Georgia won last year's contest in Carrollton, 54-17, and these two have met 3 times in the playoffs, 2014, 15, and 21. West Georgia leads that little mini-series 2-1. The Blazers have won 4 out of the last 5, excluding last year, and VSU's had a lot of success at home in this matchup where they're 14-4 overall. 3 neutral site games, a little nugget for you. The first 3 games played between these two was in Columbus, neutral field. Since then, the series, of course, has gone back and forth.
Yeah, home and home.
So here you go. We've set the scene for you. You saw, of course, pregame Blaze, the Valdosta State mascot, and Wolfie, the West Georgia mascot, with the gloves on, duking it out. And that'll be a fun matchup to watch aside from the game here tonight. We've got both bands. We've got the Red Hots. We've got the national champion cheerleaders in the house here at Valdosta State. I'm Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle, Jamie Abbott, and the rest of our Blazer Sports Media crew with you here tonight as we bring you D2 college football on a Saturday night in Valdosta, Georgia. And that is Tyler Davalos who will tee it up right here for West Georgia. And back deep, Xavier Williams, who is amongst the tops in the country in kickoff returns, averaging just over 25 yards a return. That ranks 25th overall in all of D2. So here we go. Stage is set. Temperatures right around the mid-60s here at kickoff. And we are underway in Titletown. This is returnable from just outside the 5-yard line. Oh, a little razzle-dazzle. A flag comes flying in. Let's see what happens right here. Again, that is Cam Scott, who breaks a tackle down the sideline. And he is into the end zone, but let's check the penalty marker. It's all the way back at the 25-yard line. If it stands, it is a 94-yard touchdown return, but let's watch the penalty.
It's going to be a clip. I watched it happen. Number 0 for the Wolves got pushed from behind a little bit.
Yeah, that's Deontay Overstreet, the outstanding safety down on special teams at
Tift High School native, by the way.
And that one is unfortunately going to come back. Our referee, David White, facing the wrong side there. He's facing the home side. The TV's on the other side. They'll get that worked out, though. David White, again, the man under the cap tonight. Jonathan Tarantino, our umpire. Alan Skinner, Justin Luttrell, Brian Hudson, Matt Killar, Todd Garrison, and Kevin Bridges, and David Lockman round out the crew here tonight calling this one. Well, it's time for Sammy Edwards. Again, he leads the Gulf South Conference in almost every statistical passing category, and he ranks amongst the tops in the nation in completion percentage, yards per game, completions per game, and the list goes on and on for what this young man has done in his first year as a full-time starter. Edwards, again, 2,975 yards coming in, a 68% passer, 22 touchdowns against 8 interceptions. He's averaging right at 300 yards passing a game. And this Blazer offense will take over just inside their own 15-yard line here. A little bit of a discussion as they spot the football.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So Sammy Edwards, again, last week, 26 of 44 for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns in that 20-14 win over West Alabama, a game in which the Blazers gave up a couple of big plays on defense, but then settled in. Again, Rick Bowie, the offensive coordinator. Council Allen will go in motion on this first play and quickly going to swing this ball out complete. And that looks like Hurst, who makes the grab there. Again, Ted Hurst had the big game-winning reception 2 weeks ago, a 28-yard reception against West Florida that ultimately proved the difference in that contest. And there you see, again, number 9, Cameron Fegans, the corner, 5'11", with the coverage on that first one.
Fegan just out on the island trying to get ISO there on Hurst. Good open field tackle by the cornerback.
Gain of a couple on first down, 2nd and 8. Edwards again to throw. Looks, fires, he's got a man complete. Good move up across the 25-yard line. And a nice job there for the Blazers. That's Rodney Bullard, who had a career week last week. 6 receptions, 108 yards for a touchdown. He has really come on.
Yeah, and we spread the field out really well. Sammy shows his strong arm there, getting it to his playmaker in space. Way to move the chains there for the Blazers.
Edwards claps the hands. They'll keep this one on the ground. First rushing attempt of the night. Not a lot of room to run. Keeps those legs driving to Zarek Watts, but no gain on the play. Second down and 10. The offensive line, again, Murata up front, 6'5", 288. Flanked by Taylor and Morales, the guards. Morrow and Hannon, the tackles. An offensive line that averages around 290.
Not able to shed the block up front, or we were able to shed the block up front was number 45, Keandre Williams, 6'2", 214-pound junior. Playing that end position, going to be a guy that you got to keep an eye on if you're the Blazer front tonight.
Leading tackler on this Wolves defense. Here's Edwards on 2nd and 11. Trying to turn the corner, and he will scamper up across the 30. Takes a big hit, and the flags come flying in right in front of the Blazer bench. Now, I tell you what, there were a lot of black shirts over on that sideline helping out this officiating crew, and looks like they're going to tack on some yardage to that one.
Yeah, Sammy right there walking the tightrope over there on the Blazer sideline, and was going to be short of the first down.
Personal foul, defense number 0. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, Deontay Overstreet got a little anxious on that one. A free shot at Sammy Edwards, and looking at the replay up here, it was close, but Edwards was definitely dipping out of bounds, and Coach Tremaine Jackson was right there in the ear of the official.
Yeah, it actually wasn't Overstreet. The umpire called the wrong, the head ref there called the wrong number. It's 42.
Yeah.
For.
Yeah, I believe that's Jalen Tarver, the linebacker. Yep. So 1st and 10, going to quickly swing this one out to Eric Watts, trying to make a move. Well played, though, by the Wolves, and a loss of about 3 yards on the play right there. Again, Eric Watts has caught the ball out of the backfield at times this year. He's got 12 receptions for 114 yards coming in, but nothing doing that time.
Yeah, Tarver made up for it real quickly there, recognizing the pass out in the flats, coming up, making a great open field tackle there for a loss. And we're at 2nd down and 13.
Blazers behind the chains right here. Council Allen, who had a big game last week, is in motion. Going to take a shot down the field. He's got a man there. B.K. Smith makes the grab inside the 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 27.
Really just ran the go routes on the outside. B.K. coming from the opposite side, getting behind that linebacker. Sammy keeping his eyes downfield. Going to be a big first down there for the Blazers.
He had Council Allen wide open to the flat, no one around it. That just shows you the confidence, though, that Sammy has in making that throw right there. If you don't make that throw, that's one you really want back. Empty backfield this time. Wolves bring pressure off the edge. Sammy will dive forward just inside the 25-yard line to pick up what he can, as the pressure again was coming from the outside that time.
Pocket was collapsing pretty quick on him. They got past his point of vision, able to step up there for positive gains right there. That previous catch right there. No, they got it. They got to get it figured out on the stats there, but it was a big catch. We'll get you the number here in a second.
Wholesale change across the defensive front. And this is Bullard. Oh, foot in the turf, up the field. Spin move inside the 20-yard line will bring up a manageable 3rd down right here. You got to wonder how defensive coordinator Nate Masters is going to approach the game tonight for the Wolves against this explosive Valdosta State offense, which is 2nd in the conference in points scored, but nationally, again, we talked about top 10 in several categories. Masters, of course, the former defensive coordinator, starting up the program over at Berry College, just up the road in Rome, Georgia, before coming to West Georgia. Here's 3rd down and 2. Edwards going to fire this one, and a little miscommunication that time. Council Allen turned out, the ball was inside, and so now it does bring up a 4th down. Decision time, but not much of a decision there. The Blazers are going to try to put some points on the board in the form of an Eston Thiel field goal. That's not a short one. This will be about a 36-yarder.
Yeah, 36-yarder. Council he read the outside zone opening there. Sammy read the inside zone opening on that curl. So see if we Hard count.
Yep, hard count right there. Now West Georgia pointing at Valdosta State. The Blazers, though, pointing at the Wolves. And so this crew will come together right here if it indeed is on the Wolves. And obviously it's a first down for the Blazers, and they'll bring the offense back on the field.
False start.
So they are going to say that one of the Blazers flinched right here. Well, you are kind of in that in-between land, and you're still within Eston Field field goal range. Eston has had his struggles this year, just 3 of 7, but a long of 48. Well within his range, and they'll keep him on the field right here. It'll just back this one up and make it a 41-yarder. Out of the hold of Sammy Edwards. Good snap. And the kick is up. It's got plenty of leg, and it's right down the middle. Wow, what a kick by Eston Thiel, who's now 50% on the year, and he drills that one from 41 yards out. 10:26 left here in the opening quarter, and the Blazers, with an opening drive score, lead it 3-0. We'll keep the action right here for you. So we take a look at that field goal, and I'll tell you what, no doubt about that one, Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of leg. I mean, he could have made that from 55 yards.
The guy in the camera well made a pretty good grab on that,
That's right.
too.
Good catch there.
So a big momentum. You kind of hate that it came to an end for the Blazers. A nice job by the Wolves defense to turn them away on that third down play. Just a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, you thought you were kind of driving down the field, and you hate to come away with just 3 there, but first half, put points on the board, live to fight another day. Get the decisions made under the iPad over there, we'll call it. See what was working. Would have liked to have seen us maybe come to the line there and hard count them maybe. But anyway.
That's how it goes sometimes there. Again, the Blazers do take the opening drive, though, and turn it into points. Eston Thiel will handle the kickoff duties. He and Noah Botsford split those duties. Botsford, of course, the punter who is averaging right at 41.5 yards on the season. That ranks 21st nationally. Meanwhile, back deep, you have Kennedy and LaPerion Perry. This one going to drive into the end zone there. And that looked like Kenyon Skinner, who was back there deep to watch that one sail into the end zone. So we will see this West Georgia offense for the first time tonight. Again, Cameron Brown, 914 yards on the season, a 54% passer, 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Of course, coming in for Ben Whitlock a little bit early in the season. Went out a little bit early last week. Whitlock came in, but just not a lot of offense in that game for the Wolves. We talked about the effort there from Lockley, who had 2 receptions for 99 yards, but it does look like it is going to be Ben Whitlock who will be the starter here tonight. And we weren't sure of the status of Brown coming into the game. We were kind of watching during the warm-ups there a little bit, but it does look like they are going to go with Ben Whitlock here. Again, offensive coordinator Thomas Sideski in his first year with the Wolves. Meanwhile, Brandon Anderson, his second year as defensive coordinator, and the Wolves will keep this one on the ground first and nothing doing as Rajesh Mosley runs right into the Black Swarm defense.
Good recognition there up front by the Blazer defense. Number 8 came off the right side there to make the open field tackle.
Kennedy Parker,
6'1" linebacker, making Georgia native.
So Ben Whitlock, 588 yards on the season, just a 47% passer, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. They'll keep it on the ground again. Mosley trying to squirt through a hole there. Puts that shoulder down and powers his way up to the 30-yard line. It will bring up third down. Rajesh Mosley, again, 820 yards coming in, 7.5 yards a touch with 7 touchdowns. And, again, he leads the nation basically, in yards per carry, that 7.5 clip.
That's why he's one of my keys to the game coming in, being able to contain him for the Blazer defense. Another tackle there by the linebackers for Blazers number 12, Jacob Harris, recognizing.
West Georgia 40% on third down. Quick slant, and that one caught and then he dropped it in and out of the hands. He had it, and then he just couldn't carry it through the catch. When he hit the ground, it popped loose there, and it will be fourth down. It was a nice effort by Terrell Cole, the 6'1 senior wideout out of Birmingham, Alabama, but he couldn't hold it.
He had position there on the slant, and it looked like it was right in his hands. Just not able to contain it as he went to the ground there. So kind of diving play he had to make.
3 and out for the Wolves. Riley Mason, a 42-yard average. Will punt it away.
BK back deep.
Long driving kick, but returnable. And BK calling the fair catch right at the 25-yard line. We'll step aside. 9:03 to play here in the opening quarter. Blazers lead it 3-0. You're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on Flow Sports.
Ask one of our 70,000 ambassadors, and they'll tell you. There's just something special about this place. Valdosta State University.
In South Georgia, when it comes to your health, there's one system you can trust above all. With over 3,000 dedicated professionals, we provide exceptional care with human kindness. From our hospitals to medical offices, cancer center, hospice, and more. We are here to improve the lives of all we serve. SGMC, a proud supporter of the Blazers.
Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC and Valdosta State University, a winning team for decades. We are Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on exit 22 I-75 in Valdosta. Voted the best place to buy a new and pre-owned vehicle in Valdosta. Proud supporters of Valdosta State University.
A small town with big energy, a little bit of thrill, and a whole lot of chill. Explore wide open spaces and unexpected places. Met with friendly smiles and views for miles. Welcome to Valdosta. An amazing vacation is waiting for you.
Back here in Titletown, USA, a gorgeous night for football. As we talked about, just one of 2 night games being played in the country tonight in D2. A lot of eyes on this game here tonight. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle as we continue here in this first quarter. 9:03. Blazers lead at 3-0. They turn West Georgia away, 3 and out, and the Blazers with their second offensive series.
Yeah, if you're the Blazers, you feel like you might have had some momentum coming down the field there, kind of stalled out a little bit with a miscommunication there with your receiver. So you want to still sustain some drive momentum, keep the field position where you want it, and go down and put more points on the board.
Smith in motion, Edwards to throw, pump fake, gets rid of it, fires. He's got a man over there. How about that? Smith up against the Blazer sideline, up across the 35, all the way up to the 38-yard line. And that is a first down for the Blazers. As we talked about, this offense averaging 35 points, 19 sacks allowed, +4 turnover ratio for a lot of the season. The Blazers were in the minus of that category, but have been able to get the football away and take care of it offensively.
Trying to pump fake here across the middle, seeing if it opened up some sideline room there, and it did. Good job by Sammy recognizing BK on the sideline.
Twins to both sides of the formation. A little shuttle pass there, trying to break a guy out. Watch out, some running room here. Up the middle inside the 30-yard line of West Georgia, and that will actually go down as a completion, a pass play there. And is that Brian, I believe that's, well,
Broussard.
It's 23, Brian Broussard, who's listed as a DB.
Yeah, here we go. Watch the shuttle pass. DB getting some action there across the middle. Little shuttle pass there.
Well, that's why I hesitated to say his name. I was like, wait a minute now. Broussard's a DB.
Yeah.
Getting some snaps here offensively tonight, and that one goes for a big gain. Here's Edwards again, winding up now under pressure. Will just throw this one out of bounds and live to play another day. 7:49 opening quarter, and again the Blazers on the move in this 43rd edition of the Peach Basket rivalry matchup. It's currently West Georgia who leads the Red Clay rivalry 3-1 this year so far with all the combined sports. And Blazers football team hoping to close the gap a little bit in the overall yearly combined rivalry. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Council Allen in motion to the near side. And they're going to swing this one out wide open. Smith again right up against the sideline, and they have found something they like here. Again, B.K. Smith coming in as the leading receiver on this team. 51 grabs, 740 yards, and once again that deep corner route there.
Wide open and cleared out with the post route that was run. B.K. underneath behind it. A little confusion in the secondary. Sammy putting it right where only his receiver could catch it, or it was an incomplete pass out of bounds. So Blazers knocking on the door here down to the 5-yard line pretty quickly here.
Smith
18 yards on that catch and 39 previously on the shuttle.
Broussard again. This time takes the handoff and powers his way forward down to the 2-yard line. This is a deep running back room.
Hold on a second now. Do you know the stats of what Broussard played in high school? Was he a running back in high school maybe that started playing DB in college?
Maybe something we don't know about here. I don't know.
Okay. Something you can ask Coach in the post-game show.
Unless they've swapped numbers with someone, and they didn't tell us. We believe that to be Brian Broussard. Regardless, it's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. A little bit of a shift, straight forward, and across the goal line and into the end zone. Touchdown. That's the Blazers' 25th rushing touchdown of the season. Their 50th offensive touchdown altogether on the year. And the Blazers now extend their lead to 9-zip, pinning the PAT.
Just running off that right side there. Well, I'm going to call it 3 yards, I believe, off that right side. Good job by the Blazers. Offensive line getting some push up front.
So how about that wrinkle right there? Brian Broussard is who we believe, anyway, to continue to be.
Chaney's number 24, too, so you might be right there on it. Could have changed jerseys, but kick is good there, so Blazers go up 10-0, but...
Yep, PAT is good. 10-0. Blazers on top. We'll be right back.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Well, apparently we do have confirmation that Bud Chaney is the one wearing 23 tonight, particularly on the offense. So if that is indeed the case, and that was Bud Cheney's 8th rushing touchdown of the year. Not sure why they switched jerseys, but we did get confirmation from Kit Streef, our SID, that is indeed the case. So we believe that to be Bud Cheney. That would make sense. Not sure why the one-digit switch on the jersey there, but nonetheless, if that is indeed the case, then Bud Cheney, once again, his 8th rushing touchdown to lead the team.
Well, now we got to find out what number Broussard is, because he's our starting cornerback too, or starting safety.
So, yeah, and he may be 23 defensively. They do double up, but here's the kick by Eston Thiel, and this one hits. It hit right at inbounds at the 1 yard line. They got to pick it up, and a return to the outside right here, and that's a nice job there by Kenyon Skinner to make something out of nothing. He was going to let that ball bounce. It kind of fell in between no man's land there, and somehow Skinner was still able to get past the 20-yard line. A big break for the Wolves.
Yeah, one of those that kind of almost gets the timing off, the rhythm off of a guy catching it and running with it. So kind of the DB or the kickoff return kind of defensive return there kind of got off pace. But good job by the Wolves getting it upfield. Took something that could be disastrous and turned it into positive plays. So here we go on the replay.
Well, there we go. Kind of take a look at where this ball bounced. Wasn't sure if he wanted to let this go or come out and field it, but it hit off his shin.
Leg. Yeah, hit his leg and bounced forward. Had to bring it back.
So Ben Whitlock in this offense back to work. They were 3 and out on their opening drive. Little play action right here. Going to go up against the sideline, and this ball is going to be knocked away. Kyle Cass in the area. And, boy, timed that just perfect. I thought they were going to throw a flag there momentarily, but that one just outside the reach of Trey Williams. Now, Williams lines up at fullback. He's a big kid, but he's got speed, and they ran a sideline, a go route with Williams right there, a little wheel route to try to spring him open.
Yeah, timing play really helped out coming up, making that hit.
I think if Cass plays the football right there, he's got a pick.
He might have a pick there, yeah. You got a Wildcat going on here.
Mosley.
It's not
straight
Mosley.
ahead. Oh, that's Kennedy. And he's got plenty of room to run. Watch out. Midfield finally shoved out of bounds. Again, that was Wesley Kennedy with his first carry here tonight. Kennedy, the 5'10", 180-pound senior out of Savannah, Georgia Southern transfer. And, again, they've got a really dual threat back there on the ground game between Mosley and, of course, Kennedy. And Kennedy came into the game 411 yards rushing, 5.5 a carry, and 3 touchdowns in his own right. And also catches the ball well out of the backfield, 11 receptions for right at 100 yards and a touchdown.
I think when you got quarterback issues, and I don't mean issues in a bad way, but you just try to do anything that can to spark your offense.
Going to swing this one out right here. That's Lockley who makes the grab. He had a big game last week. Stays on his feet, took a hit, and somehow bounced outside and hit the sideline for a gain of 14 yards there on first down. What a play by T.J. Lockley.
Yeah, initial contact was made right after the catch, but she did not wrap up, and good receiver there, get to the outside, pick up for the first down for the Wolves. And so the Wolves are on the move here with their second possession.
Whitlock again with the pistol. Now he will bring Mosley up into the set, trying to make something happen right there. Again, that is Kennedy, number 12. And dives forward for a pretty good gain there on first down. Again, Bowden, Moore, and Donaldson across the front, flanked by Jones and James at the tackles. An offensive line that averages right around 295 pounds. Jacob Harris with that last tackle there to keep that just a 6-yard gain. Otherwise, Kennedy might have still been running.
Yep.
So second down and 4. Once again, pistol formation. Kennedy will move up. Going to swing this one out, and that one just off the fingertips of Javen West, the 160-pound senior, the intended target out of Warner Robins High School, just up the road. So it will be third down right here, and kind of 4-down territory you kind of feel like if you're West Georgia, if they don't get it right here. Again, they're 40% on third down coming into the game this year. Meanwhile, the Blazer defense allowing just 36%. So we'll see what happens right here. Thomas Sadesky, as we talked about, the first-year offensive coordinator. We'll see what he has dialed up right here on this third down.
Might be in 2-down territory here based on what you've seen the previous 2 possessions by your Blazers.
Blazers bringing pressure, going to throw it over the middle. That one's intercepted. Flag down in the back end, so this may be coming back right here. If it stands, it's an interception by that's Nick Jackson, 22, who gets the start at safety tonight for the Blazers, but there is a penalty marker down. It came out of the end zone. And let's see if...
Yeah, the intended receiver for the Wolves was number 5.
Yeah, LaPerrian Perry.
Yeah, LaPerrian Perry. He was on the ground, but it was... Whew, seems to be real close to when he intercepted that ball. So I don't know if the feet got tangled up or what, but see if we can get a replay of that.
Well, they are going to talk about it right here. You see Coach Jack.
See if it's after the... Here's your replay. Yeah, he's pulling on the jersey there. See, he's pulling on the jersey early, and then he tripped and fell after the interception. So it was the early grabbing of the jersey there by the Blazer DB.
Unfortunate. That would have been Nick Jackson's second interception of the season, but it is a penalty, and it will extend the drive for the Wolves, who will have it first down inside the Blazer 15-yard line. They're showing it up on the big board right here. A little bit of contact here. The Blazer defense, as we talked about, only allowing 20 points. 19 sacks, 7 interceptions, 14 forced fumbles on the season. And this time they'll keep it on the ground, trying to squirt through a hole, but not much of one there, maybe a yard or two over the right side of that big offensive line there to bring up second down.
Jones in on the initial tackle there for the Blazers, that big defensive lineman up front. We bring pressure as well, so Wolves' offensive line had to pick up that extra blitzer. Bring up 2nd and 9 for the Wolves.
You know, West Georgia really wanting to take care of the football. Had 3 turnovers last week. That was, of course, doesn't help you when you're playing a team like Delta State, obviously. So definitely want to try to take care of the football tonight. And again, they try to overload the right side of the line, trying to find a little bit of running room there. Big hit. Stays on his feet momentarily just inside the 10-yard line, but it will bring up third down as a host of Blazers were over there, and see them trying to squirt through a little bit of a hole there. Again, Kennedy, who's had the bulk of the work here on this drive. Again, Wesley Kennedy, as we talked about, a 5'10", 180-pound slingshot out of Savannah. Third down and 7 right here after a short gain. Clock inside 3 minutes of this opening quarter. Blazers up 10-0. And the final matchup for the Peach Basket between these two. It's been a long, storied history that will end tonight in its current state, although the future of the series is still in question. And a shot over the middle. That one is intercepted. Intercepted 5 yards deep in the end zone, over the middle. And Jordan Billups read the eyes all the way, but there is another penalty marker down in the end zone. Are you kidding me? So the Blazers were celebrating, but there is another marker down, I do believe, and let's see what this call is. So the interception will stand. How about that? Jordan Billups with his first interception of the year, and the Blazers turn away the Wolves on their second series here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, they call the illegal man downfield number 1. Would not make sense to me unless he was
covered up, maybe on the line or something. Yeah,
I think he was the intended receiver on that as well. He was definitely 5 yards deep into the end zone. But yeah, just trying to run that slant, read option slant. Blazer defense, good job. Here's your replay. Coming right across your screen there. High point in the ball. Look at that high point. Good night. Way to go up there and get it. Jordan Billups, 5'8", redshirt sophomore, Camden County native. So Blazers going to take over their third possession here.
Wow. So turned away. They had an interception before that. They got negated on a penalty. They come away with one anyway, and now the offense back to work, trying to go through a hole there, and maybe a little bit of the face mask there momentarily, but not called there. Again, we got a change of numbers here, I do believe. That was shown as...
That wasn't our punter?
Yeah, Noah Botsford, the punter, just had that last one. No, that obviously another number changed there.
Bryson Ashley. Bryson Ashley is the punter, number 48 on our roster.
Yeah, I wonder if they switched. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, let's see what's going on here. We'll have to figure out who that is as well. That looks a little bit like Isaiah Flowers, but now I don't know. Oh, big hit right there in the middle. Coming by way of knockout is Jackson Epps, it looks like, or excuse me, was that Smith?
Yeah, Smith. Right there, number 16 in the middle of your screen, came in with bad intentions. Read that like a book. Handoff.
Well, the Wolves have some numbers, too, that are a little bit off here, but we do know that's Smith, the linebacker. But on their roster, 16 is Jackson Epps, the tight end. So we're going to do our best, folks, to try to keep it straight here tonight. We do apologize if we do call a wrong name or a number. We got to go off the information we're given. But it's 2nd down and 9 after a short gain. Edwards, we do know Sammy wears number 12, but he's off and running. He'll slide down right at the 40. They're going to mark him back at the 38 where he started the slide, so it will be 3rd down right here, 3rd and a couple.
Felt like he might could have got a few more yards there, but streaking across the middle, wide open there was number 1, Council Allen. Sammy just not able to get his eyes over to the left side. Would have been his backside there to see that, but manageable 3rd down for the Blazers here, 3rd and 3.
Got trips to the far side, a 5-receiver set right here. Now they'll bring Chaney in motion. And Edwards again going to throw. He's got one-on-one. He's got a man. Council Allen is there. He makes the grab at the 30-yard line. One-on-one with, again, number 4. And that was Cale Bright, the corner. But Allen had a step on him, and that ball perfectly delivered by Sammy Edwards.
Blazers going with tempo here. Had Chaney in the flat, which is what I thought they would go with, but ended up going deep there.
We're going to try to get off another snap here before the end of the quarter, and Chaney will carry forward for a few. And that should indeed be the final play of the quarter. But fireworks on that last play there. Council Allen with a big game last week. He went over 100 with 5 receptions and a big catch right here to end this first quarter. At the end of 1, it's the Blazers 10 and the Wolves nothing. We'll step aside. You're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on the Flow Sports Network.
Valdosta State cheer team. Super Bowl with the kids.
Busy day around the Gulf South Conference today. West Alabama a winner over Shorter. Again, West Florida a winner over Shawan earlier today, and Delta State wrapping up against Mississippi College. North Greenville off. They end the season at 5-5.
Jody Fortson in the background of that screen there, just getting recognized.
Sam Edwards thrown across the middle here to open up the second quarter, and Council Allen tangled up in the back in there along with Bright, but no penalty marker there. As again, Allen really wasn't turned around looking for the ball there. Had he been, they might have gotten a call, but it will be third down here nonetheless as we welcome you back to action here. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle. Of course, Jody Forts and the Chiefs with their bye week this week.
Yeah.
Some of those guys getting around. Good to see some of the former players back.
Hey, how about our boy Kenny Moore last week?
Unbelievable.
2 pick sixes for the Colts.
Great to see the alum balling out at the next level. Sammy rolling left, looking, just going to kind of throw this one away. And it will be fourth down. Nice job by the Wolves defensively. Last 2 plays to kind of lock down this talented receiving core, and it will force another field goal attempt.
Yeah, so 2 drives that stall kind of in manageable range there for the Blazers. Going to force a field goal attempt here.
Right in the middle of the field for Eston Thiel, 1 for 1 on the night. The last one from 41. This one a little bit closer, 37-yard field goal attempt. Out of the hold of the punter, Noah Botsford. And this one is up. It's got plenty of leg, and it is right through there. So Eston Thiel with a good night going. 2 for 2. 13-0. Blazers extend their lead here early in this second quarter. And we will step aside and be right back. Again, you're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on the Flow Sports Network.
No? Okay, wait.
All right, we're going to keep the action right here for you. No media timeout. We will keep it here. Again, 14:46 left here in this first half. The Blazers, again, 3 times with the ball, 3 scoring drives, 2 field goals and a touchdown as they widen the gap a little bit, but still a long way to go on this one.
Points after a turnover, too, right there, even though there were 3 coming down and getting the turnover when the Wolves were in the red zone there, knocking on the door. Blazer defense coming up, making a huge interception and going down and putting 3 points on the board.
So the Blazers will tee it up right here. Thiel again puts his right leg into it. And this one will sail into the end zone over the head of LaPerrion Perry. You're going to look at Perry, very talented as a wideout and a return man. Again, Perry, 19 receptions, 198 yards coming in, but Perry, the 8th player in West Georgia history to eclipse the 3,000-yard all-purpose mark. So, again, number 5 is certainly a fun guy to watch. He has been in his career for the Wolves, and I'm sure he will play into this game as the night goes on. You're going to look at the Blazer defense back on the field here. West Georgia.
Last drive for the Blazers, 8 plays, went 60 yards, 1:03 off the clock. 37-yard kick was good for Eston Thiel.
Mosley out of the Wildcat. Nowhere to run this time, though. Blazers all over that one. We talked about Rajay's Mosley. Terrell Dudley, number 4, shooting the gap right there and grabbing Mosley in the backfield for a loss. This West Georgia defense leads the conference in tackles for a loss. They're tops in the nation in that category, but the Blazers have had their share as well. We've talked about this defense really settling in and playing some good football after a couple shaky starts the last 2 weeks. We're able to really settle in and hammer down, and so far they have here tonight. Whitlock out of the gun. Blazers only a 3-man pressure there in the front, keeping everything in front of them as they swing one out there to Terrell Cole for the completion, but a short gain, and it will be third down.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to get the Blazers to jump off sides there, and they thought they might have had him. The Blazer defensive line stayed true to the neutral zone and Wolves decided to dump it out there instead of taking the shot deep. So big third down here for the Wolves after giving up points on that turnover in the end zone.
So Tyler Moorhead out there, 51. Some of the leading tacklers on this Blazer defense aren't even in the starting lineup. And here's Whitlock winding up, firing, and that one knocked away. Big hit right at the 30-yard line. Wow, not much of a chance there for Javen West to have that ball knocked away, and I'm not even sure
Daniel Jean right there, center of your screen, came up, and it was a bang-bang play.
Take another look at that one right here.
Watch this hit. And went low, no head-to-head contact there. Great job by Daniel Jean coming up, making that.
No penalty right there either.
We got a red flag on the play on the field.
I think Coach Dean is going to challenge a targeting call here, and you can tell he's talking to the official right here. But I think he was going for the ball. I think, and that's what I was going to allude to. If you look at the replay right here,
here's the replay. Watch it. His head is low.
He's challenging a ruling on the field that there was no targeting.
No, there ain't no targeting there.
He's under review.
He was kind of breaking on the ball a little bit, and I know his head kind of dipped a little bit there.
Now, he led with the crown. You could say that now, but
I'm not sure he made contact to the head and neck area.
No,
though.
he did
That's
not. So watch it right here.
Ride, slide, and explore this summer at Wild Adventures. Enjoy new Oasis Outpost and cool off in Splash Island Water Park. Save on tickets at wildadventures.com.
Wherever potential leads you next, get there with speed. Get there with scale. Get there with a bank you trust. Synovus, get there.
I chose VSU because of the small community.
Out of all of the colleges that I toured, I really felt drawn to VSU.
I felt like a Blazer after the first week.
I was able to meet people who are really like-minded with me.
They want you to reach out to them if you have any questions. They want you to know that they're there for you.
Welcome to the Harley Langdale Junior College of Business.
Well, decision time here in Titletown. We're about to get the call. You can see the head referee, David White, having the conversation with David Dean, and Coach Dean's body language doesn't look very favorable, so I'm assuming this is not going to be overturned. Let's get the official call here on that challenge on the targeting call there against Daniel Jean. You can see you can still see the discussion right here, so I'm assuming this is not going to go the way that Coach Dean wants.
So Coach Dean was pointing to the top of his head, right? So he's asking if you lead with the crown of your helmet as a defender, if that's going to be targeting. He was not. The player was defenseless, right? But here we go.
After review, the ruling of no targeting on the field is confirmed. West Georgia is charged their first time out and has no more challenges for the remainder of the game.
Pretty big call there, in my opinion, because you lose your challenge and you lose your timeout. But he did not. He was a defenseless receiver, but the Blazer DB was low, right? He was not in the head and neck area, like you said. question might have been, did he lead with the crown? But White Hat says they reviewed it enough times and it did not meet the targeting standards.
Yeah, and I think that was certainly Coach Dean's, you
saw him point to his head.
There, right, saying, hey,
He pointed to his head saying, hey, he led with the crown.
Nonetheless, it is a 3-and-out for the for the Wolves offense. So again,
great punt.
Riley Mason with a line drive kick, fair catch signal at the 26-yard line by BK Smith, and the Blazers will have their 4th offensive series here with 13-16 left in this second quarter. Again, Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle. We talked about the end of an era and obviously a big moment certainly for Herb Reinhardt, the longtime athletic director. His final regular season game, of course, an inductee into the Hall of Fame in this year's class, was inducted surprisingly. It was a surprise induction.
It was.
In the last home game a few weeks ago when you and I were here.
One of the members of that committee said they had to bring Herb out. They also inducted Coach Leach. They said they had to bring Herb out of the room because Herb's a part of that committee to sneak a vote in on whether he'd be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So they brought him out to talk about something else relating to Coach Leach, and that's how the surprise happened.
Sammy Edwards fires a bullet up across the 40 and complete for a first down, a gain of 15 yards as he hooks up with Ted Hurst. And how big has Ted Hurst been over the last few weeks? As we talked about earlier, the game-winning grab against West Florida on a ball that only a guy like a Ted Hurst can get to.
A 6'4", 180-pound sophomore. Ted Hurst, a guy that you really are happy to have on your ball club. He can go up and get some balls that are maybe 50-50 for most guys. That's really like a 70-30 for him.
Edwards again looking to wind up. Nothing open this time. We'll tuck it, run it. Nice little move. Will dive across the midfield stripe and just into Wolves territory at the 49. We're going to mark him back right at the 50. Sammy gets it done with his legs too. Again, he's been able to get it done on the ground this year as a rusher. He does a little bit of everything, as we talked about. He's well over 3,000 yards now on the season through the air.
5 rushing TDs by Sammy as well. With the understanding some of those are short rushing attempts, but as you can see thus far in this game, he's been able to, when the opportunity presents himself, realize that he needs to pull it down and run for it.
Hand in the 6'4", 293-pound tackle to the near side. This guy's giving him time to throw. Eric Watts out of the backfield, sheds one tackler, stays on his feet, stretching for that first down mark. He's going to be right at it.
Yeah, let's see where he spots it down. It's going to be short, so we're going to have a 3rd down for the Blazer offense.
Talk about Rick Bowie. How about, we were talking about during the break on the last series when they threw that 60-yard pass play on 3rd and 2. You got to like the aggressiveness and Coach Bowie's play calling this year. 3rd down. Again, this is an offense right at 43% coming in.
You're right. Last 3rd down big play we had, he needed about 4 yards. They had a guy wide open in the flats, and we threw a 45-yard go route down the field.
They lined up for what looked like a quarterback sneak, but they will have the first down nonetheless. A power run that time. They're going to mark him just beyond the marker there. Good head of steam there for Bud Cheney, who had a touchdown earlier in the ball game. Douglas, the safety, was able to meet him, but not before Cheney was able to pick up the necessary yard. So the Blazers in short yardage get it done there again.
It had the setup of a tush push.
It did.
See the tush push that's
it did, yep.
Catching waves here. I like the tush push where they fake it and run the guy around. That's coming pretty big as well.
Eric Watts in motion. Sammy eyes down the field, under pressure, nowhere to go. Now he's just going to try to get what he can, throws back across his body, and Eric Watts makes a great catch there. But how about that? Edwards, the right-handed quarterback, moving to his left, throwing back across his body against the grain there and able to get the completion for the first down.
It's dangerous. You don't want to ever throw across the middle late in a play, and you don't want to ever do it kind of across your body as well. But Sammy showing his arm strength there, keeping his eyes downfield. Thought it might be a play where he just threw it into the stands when he rolled out, but good job keeping his eyes open. And your receiver has to recognize that and find the weakness in that zone. A defense can only hold you so long there. Good job by the Blazer receiving corps getting open for Sammy.
Edwards, little improvisation there. Now he'll take a deep shot. Corner route. He's got a man there. And touchdown for the Blazers. Even a little bit of tugging going on there, some hand checking. And how about Rodney Bullard Last week, 6 receptions, 108 yards and a touchdown. He finds his way back into the end zone here tonight with a couple of big grabs in this first half, none bigger than that one right there.
Yeah, Sammy knew where he was going with that ball. Here's your replay. Didn't even look to the left side at the snap. Knew he was hitting that go route. Had the matchup that he wanted. Great job there by the Blazers receiving. I mean, we spread the ball out a lot tonight so far through the air.
Talk about the accuracy of Sammy Edwards. He has dropped some balls in there again tonight, as he's done all year long, as Eston Field adds the PAT, and it's now a 20-point lead for the Blazers with 9:42 left here in the first half. We'll step aside and take a timeout. You're watching this Blazers Sports Media presentation on the Flow Sports Network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Sammy Edwards with his 23rd passing touchdown, a 29-yard bomb to Rodney Bullard. Bullard with his 4th touchdown receiving on the year. The Blazers are up by 20.
Yeah, well balanced right there, if you ask me. Balance in the speed of not keying on one receiver. We didn't really run the ball that much other than Sammy, but good job spreading it out there. Eric Watts with a reception. Bud Janey with a rush. Blazers did a good job there on that possession. So, scored on every possession we've had so far.
Yep. 4 drives, 4 scores, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 through the air, and 2 field goals from Eston Field. And that's where we're at right here. Steele puts his foot into it, and this one will be returnable for LaPerion Perry. Across the 15, stumbles, lost his balance there a little bit. A little bit of a late shove there. The Wolves want a little bit of extracurricular activity. And it'll be first down and 10 for this West Georgia offense. Here you get a look, of course, Blazer sideline right here. Things going well so far in this first half. Still a long way to go. 9:36 still in the second quarter. And if you're West Georgia at this point and you're Coach David Dean and this offense, you know, we talked about, of course, Sadesky, offensive coordinator, gotta find something. You know, gotta get some first downs to get a little momentum. They took the opening drive or second drive down and had a chance at points and got the interception.
Yeah, they drove it down inside the 10-yard line and ended up throwing an interception in the end zone.
So back to work and on the ground, and nothing doing there. Right into the teeth of that Blazer defense goes Walter Kennedy. And Olajuwon Sparks, number 99, a big body in there. Look at that. Wow.
Big fella.
And we talk about Sparks again. He, as advertised, 6'4", 347, redshirt sophomore out of Hoover, Alabama. Big body there in the middle, especially if you line up in that zero technique. That was
there it is. He requires a double team too.
Yep. Coach Jack, that's a man after his own heart there. Coach Jack was a zero technique. Throw this one over. He's got a man. Again, nice completion there. Feeding that ball into Terrell Cole. And that'll be close to first down, but just a little bit short right here. I do believe they are going to call this third down at less than a yard right here, so he didn't quite get enough for the first down and a big play coming.
Dudley came up, made the stop there for the Blazers after that reception. So last time, remember they tried to hard count us a time or two on previous possessions.
Big bodies in there. Trey Williams, the fullback, in there along with Kennedy and Mosley.
Wildcat, going to the Wildcat.
Blazers cheat an extra guy into the box right here, and I think Coach Jack burned a timeout defensively, and he did. So the Blazers burning their first time out of the half, both teams, with 2 timeouts here with 8:18 remaining in this second quarter. Again, West Georgia's offense, 368 yards a game coming in. Pretty balanced, 196 on the ground, 172 through the air, 34 touchdowns again on the year collectively, with 18 of those coming on the ground. They've also had a special teams touchdown as well. And meanwhile, for the Blazers defensively, they're allowing right at that, 360 a game, 28 touchdowns they've allowed altogether. Again, 14 through the air, 13 on the ground. As we mentioned earlier, 36% on third down, and red zone 62% amongst the best in the conference, and 16 of 26, allowing 14 touchdowns, but that's a lot of trips that teams have made and have been turned away, and another one of those here tonight. They got the interception in the red zone, so that 62% will go down even lower for the Blazer defense here through these first 2 quarters.
That's true. Yep. West Georgia's got their attempt at a third down conversion here. It's real manageable. Showed the Wildcat originally. We called timeout. Now they're going back to regular formation.
See what happens right here. Oh, Whitlock, the quarterback, going to try to swing this one out. He does so to Trey Williams. I think he probably would have had the first down if he would have tucked it and ran it there because of the missed tackle. The Blazers had a shot at him, though, in the backfield, but credit the big fullback Williams to get out in space and get the first down.
He just got out in flats. Read option there, a couple different options you can give it. You can run it yourself or you can throw it in the flats. Good play design there by the Wolves. Gave them multiple options, and Blazers really were forced to pick a man. You pick the quarterback or you pick the guy in the flats. If you pick the guy in the flats, quarterback turns it up. So you're kind of in no man's land there. Good play call by Coach David Dean's offense.
Zach will be the tight end to the near side of this formation. It's receivers to the top of your screen. And they will fake this one right here. Oh, wide open. Little miscommunication in the back end. Off and running, and that is Terrell Cole with a big reception all the way down to the Blazer 13. What a play there. He got caught in the middle there. Maybe a little cover two. Found the window there, and a nice ball by Ben Whitaker, who put it right where, or Whitlock, excuse me, who put it right where it needed to be. Taking a look at it here in a minute, though. West Georgia quickly back up to the line right here. Is the replay coming at you, and trying to see what happened there. He kind of got caught in the middle there.
Safety probably bit up. I think the safety bit up there.
Yep. So a field flipper, and the Wolves are in business, trying to come away with some points for the first time in this game.
Timeout.
And now Whitlock will have to burn a timeout as the play clock was right at 0, but he called it just before the 0 hit the board there, and that's their second timeout. They'll have one left.
Yeah, 48 yards on the completion down to the Blazer 13-yard line. Pass was complete to Cole.
Yeah, Terrell Cole, good-looking wideout, as we talked about, coming into the game today really is one of the leading receivers.
Got a replay coming at you of that previous play. The last one kind of stuttered a little bit. Here it is, keeping your eyes downfield. Throw it right over the top there. See right in the middle of your screen, something happened with our free safety.
Cole leading the Wolves. 30-plus receptions now on the season. Is also the yards leader. 2 touchdowns, a long of 57. That one almost eclipsed it right there, I believe. What did you say, partner? 48?
Yeah, 48.
So close to his long on the year. And now the Wolves are in business. 1st and 10 from inside the Blazer 15. Trey Williams, the fullback, in there. And they'll run this one. Kennedy trying to get to the corner. He won't get there, though. Nice job by the Blazer defense to string that one out to the sideline.
Yeah, you got to keep the guy moving laterally, and that's exactly what the Blazers did defensively there. Running back for the Wolves, number 12, had to run side to side, and that's always a good sign. You pick up about 2 on the plays where they're going to set it down, so 2nd and 8. So if you're the Blazer defense here, you'd love to see just 3 go up on the board here. You really want to see the shutout still, but if you can hold them to 3.
2nd down and 8, 63 degrees right now. And here's Whitlock looking. Pass time, dumps it short, has a man. Flag flies in away from the ball, back towards the middle of the field as the completion was made to Zay Britt.
Back judge threw it.
But let's see what happened here. I'm not sure if there was maybe a hold there, or we'll have to see what's going on here.
There is no foul for offensive pass interference. Pass was touched behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
So it will be 3rd down. It looked like someone for a moment thought there could have been offensive pass interference.
Well, he called it. I think he was maybe looking at a pick play.
Yep.
Number 5, I did see for the Wolves had.
I believe he was behind the line of scrimmage, though. I believe that was the call.
Pass was behind the line of scrimmage.
So it is 3rd down right here. It's not 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and 5 from the 6. They can get a 1st down without a touchdown, but they'd have to be pretty creative in doing that right here. More than likely, this one will be into the end zone in some way, shape, or form. And that's Bridges in motion. Going to fire this one out, and that one is nearly knocked away. It's going to be caught, but shy of the goal line. But, well, there's that creativity we talked about. He may still have the 1st down, though. And I believe he does so. So how about that? Doesn't get in the end zone, but does pick up the 1st down. And so it will be 1st and goal for the Wolves on a nice little reception right there. Whitlock put that right on the money. It looked like that ball was tipped for a moment.
Yeah, I thought it was tipped there by number 12 for the Blazers.
Yeah, looked like maybe Jacob Harris there for a moment got a hand on that one, but it got through. So here we go, Wildcat formation, and now whistles and a timeout called by Coach David Dean. That's their final timeout of the half. Saw something they did not like there. Right prior to the snap being made, Coach Dean was about 5 yards out on the field, down around the 15, and was screaming for the timeout there before that snap. And so the Wolves will burn their final one of the half. Remember, they lost one on the challenge that was unsuccessful. They called one a moment ago, and then they burned their 3rd and final timeout right there.
Yeah, well, also, too, they have no more challenges left for the remainder of the game.
Yep.
So failed challenge attempt means that they'll be out.
So 4:52 to play here in the first half. Blazers again 20-0, but long way to go. West Georgia, again, this is a rivalry game as we've talked about. And these two have played every year since 1983, but obviously the future of this series up in the air. You know, West Georgia moving up to D1, their final game as a member of NCAA D2. Who knows what their schedule is going to look like, if they'll try to keep this matchup on the schedule in some way, shape, or form, but who knows?
We said that about North Al, too, hoping that they'd keep us on the schedule, and they've abandoned us so far. So
Mosley hit before the goal line, but a good second effort. No signal yet. They're going to say he didn't get in.
Yeah, 2nd down. Initial
Rajay
contact.
Mosley.
Yeah, the initial contact was made a couple yards back behind line of scrimmage. And that Wildcats, they're gonna go with it again.
Mosley, again, as we talked about, leads the nation in yards per carry at 7.4. Valdosta High alum. Going to run it again and going to be held again. Did not get in, so now it's 3rd and goal. Mosley again out of the Wildcat, stacked right at the line and stopped, and it will be 3rd down.
This is what your defense dreams about coming into a game.
Now they're trying to run behind Austin Donaldson, the 6'3", 295-pound right guard, and Marvin James, the 321-pound right tackle, who they love to run behind, obviously, is a big-bodied kid in there, but now you're flirting with it. Walter Kennedy is going to take the snap this time. He'll try to punch it in, and he'll do so. So finally, Wesley Kennedy, 5'10", 180-pound senior out of Savannah, punches it in over the right side, and the Wolves have their first points of the night.
Just showed a little bit more patience right there, kind of stutter step to the right before diving forward, and here's your replay of that. Blazers didn't get the penetration that they had on previous plays. See the stutter step? seeing where the crease opened up and just stuck his head through there. And Wolves get on the board here with 3:44 left in the first half.
Trying to add the PAT right here. Tyler Davalos, he usually wears 83s, wearing 81 tonight. We do believe that one hit off the camera well, but it's right through there, and the PAT is good. And the new score now here at Bazemore Hyder. Blazers 20, Wolves 7. 3:44 to play here in this first half. We'll keep the action right here with you. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle and the rest of our crew. Again, Mike McDowd downstairs on the radio. And again, we appreciate you guys being with us. This Blazer Sports Media presentation presented by Flow Sports, of course, the Gulf South Conference and its member institutions. And speaking of, things are going to look a little different next year and over the next couple of years in the Gulf South. Teams going out, teams coming in.
Yep.
We already talked about West Alabama beating Shorter today, West Florida over Shawan, Delta State over Mississippi College, North Greenville in the clubhouse at 5-5 is how they end their season. And, of course, the final regular season game in the Gulf South Conference here tonight.
Yeah, so Flow Sports and everything they do, partnering with Gulf South Conference to bring you these games, has been a real benefit, I feel like. Able to watch them when they go on the road, and each team. And it's been a good partnership, and we're glad to bring it to you here with all of our crew. Yes, you're right. The Gulf South is going to look drastically different in the coming years, and it's much like everything going on right now in college football. There's a lot of realignment going on, jockeying for positions. So Blazers got a couple timeouts still to start this possession.
Ball hits the ground, but ahead of steam coming out of the end zone for Rodney Bullard, who brings it back up close to the 25-yard line there. And, you know, a lot on the line here tonight. One thing we haven't talked about is the playoff implications of this matchup. Again, Valdosta State, currently sitting third right now. There you're going to look at place kicker for the Blazers there. And
first female kicker.
Yeah,
Put
McCall
points
Bennett
on the board.
McCall Bennett put some points on the board earlier this year. They're hoping to maybe see her a little bit later on here tonight. But, you know, a win here tonight by the Blazers, currently sitting at 3 in the regional ranking, would host a first-round playoff game next week, presumably with a win here tonight.
Yeah.
A loss, more than likely, they still make it in, but they'd be on the road, we presume again. And a good hard run over the left side, this time by Isaiah Flowers. The first time we've called his name tonight. Flowers, 328 yards coming in, 4.5 a touch and 6 touchdowns, and gets the call here inside the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Still playbook wide open here for you. You got 2 timeouts remaining. Don't have to rush it down the field too much. Don't force anything.
Edwards fires, has a man, off the fingertips at midfield, and Ted Hurst that time, boy, he wishes he had that one back. He had some room to run, too, if he's able to haul that one down.
Yeah, I think Ted started to turn upfield a little bit before he was able to secure that ball. And it would have been a big play because there didn't seem to be much in the area around him as far as defenders go.
Well, a big third down right here.
3rd and 1. You don't want to give the ball back to the Wolves and let them maybe get that double up, the last score of the first half and the possession in the second half. So Blazer offense needs to get the first down here.
But Cheney's great second effort will have the first down. He did not have it on first contact, but was able to rip away from an arm tackle and pick up the first down. Good penetration by West Georgia defensively to get into the Blazer backfield there, but Cheney was able to rip through it. So it will be a first down. 2:42. Blazers have 2 timeouts to work with. West Georgia is out of timeouts. Pump fake. Looking, firing a man wide open. BK Smith again, that deep corner route for the 3rd time tonight, all the way down to the Wolves' 34-yard line. Again, that play has been there all evening for this offense.
Is the pump fake. Sammy pump faked the post, and it made the corner route wide open. Got the DB turned a little, got his hips turned the way you wanted them. Good after catch yards there too by receiver.
Once again, BK, have it your way. It's been a theme this year for BK Smith. Edwards again going to wind up taking a shot, and that one is going to be intercepted. Wow, in the back end there. How about that? So kind of overthrew that ball there a little bit, had a receiver, Edwards took a big shot at the tail end of that play and got up a little bit gimpy. But how about the play in the back end from Jalen Lee, the 6-foot, 170-pound junior Chattanooga transfer out of Florence, Alabama, who went right by the receiver and was able to come up with that ball. Look at, he kind of passed up Ted Hurst.
Yeah, I think Sammy really couldn't get his feet set like he wanted it. He saw the hit coming, and good job getting it out there. The accuracy was a little off there, but did take a shot a little bit low there. Here you go. Watch the shot a little bit low. Guy rolling up on him right there. You couldn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of, was well played, perfectly played by Lee in the back. And they're almost like Hurst kind of saw that ball go over his head and maybe gave up on it a little bit.
Maybe not thinking that anybody could get to it. He was beat by the defender on the play, but Sammy just overthrew it. Really just, again, I think he saw the guy coming low on him and really just was hesitant with his feet setting.
So a first down play right here and a first down reception. A nice job there. Wolves, again, as you mentioned, trying to double up the Blazers here before the half. That's TJ Lockley on the reception for a first down. And if the Wolves are able to come away with points on this drive, even in the form of anything, it would be huge momentum before the half. Going to throw this one out, and that one just going to be thrown out of bounds. Well covered that time. Kyle Cass was in the hip pocket of Lockley.
Had him bracketed. Had a DB a little shy of it and a DB a little deep of it, so good job by the Blazers.
Helps these corners, you got the help over the top. Nick Jackson, safety. Jordan Billups on the other side, already with an interception tonight. And then you, of course, have Jacob Harris in the back end as well. Almost a 3-safety look right here.
If you're the Wolves, you need the sideline. Sideline's your friend here, so the Blazers need to protect the sideline with no timeouts. They're wanting to stop the clock. Still plenty of time left in the hurry-up offense.
3-man rush. Big hit on Whitlock from behind there. The reception is made, but it's a short one by Lockley, and the clock will continue to roll here. It is third down. If you're the Blazers, if you get a stop right here, depending on how it looks, you may burn a timeout. And I think West Georgia, again, is going to leave. They might take a little time off here in case they do have to give it back to the Blazers. Trips formation to the near side. Whitlock steps up under pressure. Going to try to tuck it and roll. He's just going to have to throw this one out of bounds, and that was dangerous there. That's a long throw just to get that thing into the bench, and now it is fourth down. Clock stops, fourth down.
Save your timeout if you're the Blazers. So, yeah, good
Coach
job
Dean
there.
will run the punt team on it. Yep.
It's a good series of events right there for the Blazers there. Didn't have to use a timeout.
Well, we see Brandon Anderson's game plan a little bit here tonight. They're only rushing 3 in some of these situations, dropping 8.
Yeah.
Making it confusing for Ben Whitlock, who has been interception prone this year.
Backup quarterback.
Yep.
Might add.
Different look.
Yep.
So Riley Mason will punt it away. BK Smith again back deep, another boomer. Fair catch signal. Going to let this one bounce. And it is going to definitely take a nice little Wolves roll inside the 5-yard line. It keeps on rolling inside the 3-yard line. And again, that was one of those where BK kind of signaled the fair catch, but it kind of took a nosedive, had a little top spin on it, and didn't want to risk the turnover. He let that ball bounce.
They had a guy coming down on the seam, right, trying to make the tackle. And if BK came up on a hard rush and he didn't field it quite right, so he chose to let it hit and took a Wolves bounce there down to the 2-yard line. Great punt there.
Well, the question now becomes, how aggressive are you with just 50 seconds left here in the half and a 13-point lead? You do have 2 timeouts.
You do. You pin back your own. You don't want to give up 2 here, let's say that. So you got to try to get something to get you out of the back of your end zone and get some breathing room.
Does make you a little bit nervous with Sammy, 3-4 yards back in the end zone right now. It does kind of make you just a little bit nervous there. And again, that looks like Chaney trying to squirt through a hole just to give this offense a little breathing room. And I'm more than likely, with the lead the way it is right here and not wanting to make a mistake, West Georgia has no timeouts. More than likely, we'll see the Blazers try to carry this thing on into the locker room. And coming up at halftime, again, the Blazin' Brigade Marching Band, the sound that ignites the South. Of course, the Marching Wolves are here as well. The Red Hots, the champion cheer team, and much more. We'll have a look back at the first half, a scoring recap, and some numbers to go along with it. And the Blazers, again, will keep this one on the ground right here. Cheney with a nice little run out across the 15 will have the first down. But that will more than likely be the final play of the first half. Blazers already headed to the locker room, and that'll do it. So through 30 minutes of play here in Titletown, in this 43rd meeting all time between these two, and the final one as Gulf South Conference members, it's the Valdosta State Blazers 20 and the West Georgia Wolves 7. We'll step aside and be back with halftime festivities from Bazemore Hyder Stadium in Valdosta, Georgia. You're watching this Blazer Sports Media presentation on the Flow Sports Network.
We would like to now welcome our 2023-2024 seniors and their families to come to the front of the field to be recognized. Elijah Alford is majoring in music and is escorted by Pamela Barber. Christiana Alston, majoring in psychology, is escorted by Madra and Pat Thompson. Kelly Bellflower, majoring in health sciences, is escorted by Lori and Chad Bellflower. Isana Donaldson is majoring in music with a minor in African Studies and is escorted by Natasha Lumpkin. Mariah Jackson, majoring in psychology, is escorted by Anthony and Mirando Jackson. Christina Cato, double majoring in psychology and music, is escorted by Benner Perkins, Michael Williams, and Autumn Daniels. Taylor Mage, mastering in combination sciences and disorders, is escorted by Karen and Rawlings Mage and Hunter Harness. Lauren McGuire, majoring in music, is escorted by Casey and Thomas McGuire. Tatiana Morgan, majoring in accounting, is escorted by Nikila and Salatia Morgan. Faith Ridley, majoring in chemistry with a concentration in pharmacy, is escorted by Angela and Eston Tillman. Dominique Rivera, majoring in criminal justice with a minor in women and gender studies, is escorted by Charmaine Welch Colbert and Michael Rivera. Colton Roberts, majoring in music, is escorted by Emmy and Ryan Roberts. Colton Smith, majoring in music, is escorted by Michelle Totten. Trinity Williams, majoring in sociology and minoring in music, is escorted by Jamie Cosper, Stacey Williams, Nick Cosper, and Dustin Williams. And Charles Williams, majoring in music, escorted by Victor and Vicki Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our Blazing Brigade seniors one final round of applause. Georgia marching wolves of the West on the field for a special performance this Veterans Day. Here is Salute to America's Finest by Paul Lavender. Please stand when you hear your branches song played. Here is the Army. Here is the Navy. And now, the Coast Guard. Next up, the Marines. And now, the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a final round of applause to all of those who have served our country. We thank you deeply for your service. The Marching Wolves of West Georgia is directed by Dr. Cale Self and Color Guard Coordinator Danielle Greenhall. Blazon Brigade is under the direction of Dr. Sky Holmes and Dr. Benjamin Harper, with percussion instruction by Dr. Ryan Smith. Graduate assistants are Franklin Carmona and Malik Green. The Color Guard is led by Keisha Thomas, and the Majorettes are led by Claudia Matico. Until next time, go Blazers!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got Jacob, who's going to attempt to win $10,000, courtesy of Prince Automotive, by playing our Prince Automotive punt, pass, and kick game, where Jacob will first punt the ball. Once the punt lands, Jacob will then throw the pass as far down the field as he can, and from there he'll attempt to do a place kick, and if that's good, Jacob will win $10,000. All right, Jacob, good luck out there. Let's see that kick. should be able to get in some good field position. Somebody sign him up. Chunks it down the field. Looks like to be the 22-yard line. That should be a 32-yard place kick. All right, folks, we've got somebody threatening to win $10,000. Let's hear it for Jacob. Dinner's on you, Jacob. Thank you to Prince Automotive for their support of VSU Athletics. All right, fans, if you'll please help me welcome back to the field for your halftime entertainment, your 8-time national champion 2023-24 VSU Red Hots.
You what? Nope, don't worry. We're good.
Give it up for your VSU Red Hots. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you please direct your attention to midfield for our cheer team seniors presentation. Our first senior, earning a bachelor's degree in health science from Villa Rica, Georgia, 4th year Campton, is escorted by her parents, Joy and Joseph Washington, and her sister, Jayla. After graduation, she plans to attend dental school. Let's hear it for Gina Washington. Our next senior is earning a bachelor's degree in health science from Milledgeville, Georgia, in her 3rd year, escorted by her parents, Kenneth and Cynthia Morgan. After graduation, she plans to attend nursing school to pursue a career in labor and delivery. Let's hear it for Kennedy Morgan. Our next senior is earning a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Atlanta, Georgia, 4th year, escorted by her mother, Natasha Bird. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career in teaching at an elementary school. Let's hear it for Eliza Sellers. Our next senior is earning a bachelor's degree in health science with a nutrition minor from Blackshear, Georgia, 4th year, co-captain, escorted by her mother, Carla Johnson. After graduation, she plans to attend physical therapy school. Let's hear it for Josiah Johnson. Our last senior is earning a bachelor's degree in health science with a nutrition minor as well, all the way from Estella, Georgia, 5th year, escorted by her parents, Monique and Christopher Sullivan, and her brother and sister, Corinne and Austin. After graduation, she plans to attend medical school. Let's hear it for Courtney Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another huge round of applause for our 2023-2024 senior cheerleaders.
Back here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium as we get set for the second half kickoff here. Again, Dave Garner, Taylor Biddle back here with you. And the 43rd matchup all time for the Peach Basket, that's right. Again, the Blazers and the Wolves, Valdosta State, West Georgia going at it. Taking a look back at that first half as we recap the scoring. Again, the Blazers with 5 offensive series in that first half and 4 scores to show for it. The one lone trip they didn't was on the long interception. A beautiful play there by Jalen Lee in the back end of that West Georgia defense to turn the Blazers away. But again, VSU did not punt in that first half. Eston Thiel with 2 field goals. Bud Cheney with his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the reigning Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Week, Rodney Bullard, with a touchdown reception. 29 yards there from Sammy Edwards for the alone receiving touchdown of the first half. 20-7, that's where we're at. The Wolves did get in the end zone there late in the first half there. Again, Wesley Kennedy able to take it in from a yard out to make it 20-7, and that's where we stand as we get ready for the final 30 minutes in this rivalry.
Yeah, Blazers looking at some first half stats for both ball clubs here. First downs, Blazers have 15. West Georgia has 7. Passing so far tonight, Blazers have 230 yards through the air. West Georgia has 120 on the ground. West Georgia has 42 yards. Blazers have 90. 35 plays total for the Blazers for 320. Wolves 28 plays for 162. There is 1 turnover by each team thus far through the game. Pretty evenly matched. Well, not a little bit. Blazers been penalized 3 times for 29 yards. Wolves 1 time for 15. Leaders so far rushing I'm trying to get you rushing stats and receiving stats. My computer just froze. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty. There you go. Look at Blaze right there on the screen. He's fired up.
Yeah, BK is your leading receiver. 62 yards through the air. Leading rusher is Sammy Edwards, 53 yards through the first half of play. West Georgia, leading receiver for them is Cole, 65 yards. And leading rusher is Kennedy with 40 yards on the ground for West Georgia. So Blazers have a lot of first downs compared to West Georgia. A little bit skewed passing-wise there. And I think the first half would reflect that a little bit in scoring as well.
West Georgia won the opening toss, deferred to the second half, so they will have the football first to start this second half. David Dean, as we talked about, 48-18 at West Georgia, second in career wins in the Gulf South Conference. The Dean of Coaching there, you get a look at Coach Jack for the Blazers. As we talked about, what a turnaround from a 5-6 season last year to flirting with a 10-1 with a win here tonight, and just one of the more remarkable turnarounds in all of college football.
Yeah, you got a coach that comes in here after a team that went to the national championship, coaching change, first season it was 5-6, and you kind of think, it's not what we're used to here in Valdosta State. And anyway, done a good job this year, steadying the ship, and got the Blazers positioned in a way in the region that more than likely probably will make the playoffs. Sitting third in the region, top 7 make the playoffs. So still want to finish strong here with a win. Hopefully secure a home playoff game if you win tonight.
Yeah, you presume with the regional rankings, Blazers third right now, 2, 3, and 4 hosts. 1 has the bye, of course, 5, 6, and 7 on the road. If the Blazers win tonight, you would think that they wouldn't drop at least 2 spots, obviously, with the win. However, if they do lose tonight, then they'll be hanging on in that 5 to 7 range.
Yeah.
You would think it would more than likely be on the road. You want to be at home. I think you definitely improve your chances. The Blazers know that here tonight. So Eston Thiel will boot it away. LePerry on Perry, back deep for West Georgia, and this one will go into the end zone and a touchback. Again, partner, we started the season with no power in the stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
And here we are now.
Why would you bring that up? Hurricane Adelia came through. Great job by the school, making a way for us to play that ball game and able to get that in. No power.
Yeah, and then here we are a day after Veterans Day, both bands coming together. during halftime, honoring all the branches of the military as we salute all of our veterans for their service to our country. And just a nice touch there in the final chapters we talk about being written here tonight in this rivalry as the bands come together. And we'll see what happens moving forward as, of course, this series is up in the air. Now, West Georgia will start the second half with the football, and they'll keep it on the ground again. Rajesh Mosley with his first carry of the second half. Somewhat quiet first half. Again, this is a team that struggled last week offensively through the air and on the ground. Mosley held to just 43 yards rushing. Kennedy held to just 36. Did have 3 receptions out of the backfield, and now they'll go tempo.
Alan Baugh made the tackle for the Blazers. Redshirt freshman out of Colorado University.
2nd and 2. Mosley trying to turn the corner is hit and dropped right at the marker. And he did get the 35, though. Billups a little bit slow to get up there. He had an interception in the first half. But he is up on his own power there. And it does look like he will have to, he goes to the ground there. So, yeah, Jordan Billups, as we talked about, turned away one of those West Georgia drives in the first half with an interception.
In the end zone.
Yep, in the end zone, is now on the turf, and they'll come out and take a look at him as play stops here inside the first minute of this third quarter. You know, looking at things, we talked about this defense and the turnaround. That probably, when you try to put your finger on the biggest turnaround on this Blazer team, obviously they brought in, 86, 87 new players in the portal. West Georgia also with their share of D1 transfers, but really the chemistry of this team, you feel like it came together. When you bring that many new guys in, you're not sure exactly how it's going to look.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was probably a few questions even amongst this coaching staff about how things were going to play out, but credit these guys, they were able to come together, and competition breeds success.
It does. Defensively, Coach Jack being a defensive-minded coach, you kind of were really disappointed in what you had his first year, and I think the Blazers have settled down. He brought some players in, filled some spots that he felt like he needed to fill, and defense is playing pretty decent here the last part of the season.
Big opening drive here for the Wolves, trying to get right back in this thing. That one right on the money, and a big hit. Ball knocked loose, and the Blazers say they have it.
See, yep.
And there is the signal. Wow, a big hit at the top of that route. The ball jarred loose from T.J. Lockley and recovered by the Blazers. So second turn over the night.
So the ruling on the field was a completed catch and a fumble because of that hit. Yeah, it definitely made a defensive move or offensive move. So big thing here is that West Georgia has no challenges left either to challenge whether he was down or not by contact or by the ground. So huge turnover there by the Blazers.
So Nick Jackson was the one that laid the hit. Daniel Jean had him wrapped up, and Jackson came in there as the second guy and jarred that ball loose and fell on it. So a big play here on the opening series of this second half to really flip the momentum. And the Blazers quickly through the air, and will have good yards on first down as Sammy swings it out. And the completion there by Rodney Bullard. So how about that? The opening series, I was just fixing to say, this is a big series for West Georgia. Wolves, again, we talked about the 4 minutes before the half, the 4 minutes coming out of the half, and now you turn the ball over in your own territory, down 13. Blazers trying to capitalize.
We were able to put points on the board in the first half with the turnover. See if we can do it here again now, here in the second half.
Sammy under pressure, steps up in the pocket, has a man, complete. That's B.K. Smith. First down inside the 25. And a nice job there. Sammy again, the offensive line holding up. Sammy steps up in the pocket, had a clear throwing lane, and made the completion.
Yeah, keeping his eyes downfield. BK is such a hard receiver to defend when he gets going. Sammy avoiding that pressure, stepping up, eyes downfield, first down Blazers.
Sammy Edwards ranks in the top 20 nationally in about 10 categories. Completions, yards, touchdown points, efficiency, you name it. This offense ranks 22 in total offense in the country. Another little shuttle pass there. We saw that in the first half. And how about this? Cam Scott wearing 48, we do believe, into the end zone on another shuttle pass. And the Blazers have made that work here tonight.
22 yards on the shuttle pass there. Got a replay coming at you. Watch the stutter here by the running back. Boom, right there. Back across, good open field tackling, or open field blocking, excuse me. Cam spot.
Media timeout after the kick. Media timeout after the kick.
So Eston Thiel will try to add the PAT to try to make it a 27-7 ball game. Defense gets the turnover on the opening drive. They turn it into points. And Eston Thiel true on the PAT to make it a 20-point ball game once again. 12:50 to play, third period. You're watching this Blazer Sports Media presentation on the Flow Sports Network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
So Cam Smith credited with that last touchdown reception there on the shuttle pass. New names, numbers, a little bit of everything here tonight, but nonetheless, it's a 20-point lead again for the Blazers, who erased the touchdown that West Georgia scored before the half there in the first half. And the Blazers again get the turnover. The big hit there by Nick Jackson, the safety, drawing the ball loose. Blazers promptly down the field into the end zone. So now they'll boot it away right here. Again, Eston Thiel, a low line drive kick this time that'll be returnable from the 7. And that is LePerion Perry, makes a move, dances up to the 24, and that's where the Wolves will take over. We talked about the Blazer offense and the rankings and the job that Sammy Edwards has done, and certainly putting on another show here tonight. He's been putting the ball right on the money, and again, a team that very much could be headed to a home playoff game next week with a win here tonight. A lot on the line here. Of course, it's a very emotional night, a final game as a D2 team for West Georgia as the school playing their final D2 contest, moving up D1 next year.
Last drive for the Blazers, 3 plays, 47 yards, only a minute and 4 off the clock. A 22-yard touchdown shuttle pass. And a Theo extra point.
Whitlock taking a shot one-on-one. Good coverage there, though. Again, trying to fit that ball in the Tara Cole. Kyle Castro is all over that one-on-one down the near sideline here, and it'll be second down. See Sutherland there, 6. A good rotation. We talk about both teams bringing in a lot of guys, especially along that front. We've seen guys rotating in and out all night long on both defenses.
Blazers have a plethora of combinations on the defensive front that they use.
This time trying to keep it on the ground. Kennedy reverses his field, stays on his feet. Watch out. He's got a good play going right here, and he'll be drugged down right at the 35. And that should be good enough for a West Georgia first down, and it will be.
Ran about 45 yards on that play to gain 10. Sideways. Didn't like what he saw coming to the near side of your screen, reverse field. Able to get it out there for a first down.
Another snap there that's a little bit wide. We've seen a couple of those shotgun snaps go a little bit wide here tonight to keep this one on the ground. Not much of a gain there, maybe a couple. A nice job by Whitlock. And let's talk about, Cam Smith, the guy that had that last touchdown for the Blazers, the guy that didn't even have a number a little over a week ago. He was a guy, we talk about the crowded running back room on this team, but a running back that they gave a number to a week or so ago. And again, on the website roster, he's without a number in most of those. So no wonder we were like, well, 48, But now we know. Again, Cam Smith showing out here tonight. Here's a shot down the field, a long shot. He's got LaPerry on Perry. And Perry, trying to get in the end zone, will be drugged down just inside the 5-yard line. But what a shot for the Wolves, who are in business.
Yeah, fake the rush there, read option, and split the safeties with the post route. Off to the races there for big play. Down to, they're going to set the ball. They set it already. The 3 instead of the 3. So substitutions going on here. Huge pickup there by the Wolves.
That time Whitlock was able to really set his feet, step into that throw, and he put it right on the money to Perry. So now the Wolves first and goal as they flip the field here. Trey Williams, the fullback, in motion. Comes to a stop. They'll keep it on the ground right here. Again, that's Kennedy punching, and he's in. Touchdown for the Wolves. Wesley Kennedy into the end zone for the second time tonight. 2 rushing scores for Kennedy. And this one will bring the Wolves back within a couple of scores here.
For the Wolves, you want to just maintain within striking distance here at all times and get it into the fourth quarter, see what can happen.
Tyler Davalos again with the PAT to try to make it a 13-point ball game, and he does so. So 10:39 remaining in the third quarter. And the new score is Blazers 27, Wolves 14. Again, this one will be playing out with plenty of time left here in this ball game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this.
Clinic's history with Valdosta began over 40 years ago with doctors Champ Baker and Kurt Jacobson on the sidelines with the Valdosta State Blazers. We've been there through VSU's 4 NCAA Division National Championships and 9 Gulf South Conference Championships. And we're still here today on the field providing VSU athletes with immediate sideline coverage. Congratulations, Valdosta State Blazers, for over 40 years of exceptional football.
A small town with big energy, a little bit of thrill, and a whole lot of chill. Explore wide open spaces and unexpected places. Met with friendly smiles and views for miles. Welcome to Valdosta. An amazing vacation is waiting for you.
I chose VSU because of the small community.
Out of all of the colleges that I toured, I really felt drawn to VSU.
I felt like a Blazer after the first week.
I was able to meet people who are really like-minded with me.
They want you to reach out to them if you have any questions. They want you to know that they're there for you.
Welcome to the Harley Langdale Junior College of Business.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. When I'm being myself, you wish you were me. It's so easy. Get out your own way. Easy peasy, breezy, done. What's the point if it ain't no fun? I don't.
Blazers up 27-14. West Georgia, though, drawing a little bit closer after that last touchdown. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight for Wesley Kennedy. His second one makes it a 27-14 ball game as we welcome you back to Bazemore Hyder Stadium. Dave Garner alongside Taylor Biddle.
Yeah, that big 59-yarder, like you said, set up the 3-yard touchdown run. So Blazers got to settle down and figure out something here defensively to.
Chance for a return right here. B.K. Smith will take it. He's the up back trying to turn the corner. and will dive forward across the 30-yard line. The West Georgia kickoff return defense leads the conference. There's a little nugget there in case you were wondering.
You went deep on that one.
I went deep on that one right there, but the Blazers again trying to make them pay right there and had pretty good field position to lead that one off there. It's a good special teams unit, certainly, for West Georgia. All right, let's talk about this drive right here. Again, you feel like if you're the Blazers right now, you're still up 2 scores, but offensively, you can't take your foot off the gas.
No, you don't want to give them the ball back. Got a little momentum on Wolves' side. They had a big play there, put points on the board. So you want to sustain a drive here. Let the clock be your friend.
On the ground, up across the 30-yard line. As we talked about, we've seen some new faces and then some old faces in new numbers, as we talked about.
Yeah.
But Cheney looks like is in 23 tonight. Cam Smith, the guy that basically came off of the scout team there, looks like, is the guy that's played very handsomely into this game here tonight with a couple of big plays.
He's quick. He caught that pass in the backfield and scat through there really good.
2nd and 8 after a gain of 2. Edwards winds up, has a man across the middle. Spins off of him. That's Rodney Bullard. And again, avoided the contact there, made more contact with the ground than anything. Picks up good yardage there. It will be 3rd down and manageable, though. They still need about 4 yards right here. So this is a big play for this West Georgia defense. Again, you talk about Devontae Overstreet and some of these guys, as we've talked about, Williams, the leading tackler, along with Robinson. Both those guys had 10 tackles in the game last week. Mercer, Bangira up front, trying to put pressure on this offense. Empty backfield. 3rd and 4. Blazers again. 43% coming into the game tonight. Edwards steps up, in trouble, avoids the sack. Now running, hit from behind, loses the football. It's on the ground, and the Wolves have it, or did the Blazers get back on it? I think the Blazers got back on the football. Nope, they are going to say the Wolves came up with it. How about that? Sammy, as he was releasing that football, got hit. It popped loose. And how about that? A big turnover for the Wolves defense.
You might want to watch the replay here to see if his hand was coming forward when this ball came out. Nope, I don't think it is.
So a turnover right there. Again, Edwards never saw him coming from the backside there. Big pressure. Number 90, Demetrius Lofton. It looked like the guy that put the hit on him, and now all of a sudden, you talk about a 2-for-1 as you were talking about in the first half. Well, how about it right here?
Yep. After the big turnover, too.
The potential to make this a 1-score game, and there's still a long way to go in this game. 9-11 here in the 3rd period. Bunch formation to the bottom of your screen. Ben Whitlock in this offense go back to work, and here's Rajays Mosley. Breaks the tackle, down to the 10-yard line. 1st down, 1st and goal, it looks like, from the 9 for the Wolves, who are in business.
Yeah, Mosley off the left side there, showing his patience. Letting the blockers set up. You got to let the blocks set up there. And they do get a 1st down. It is going to be 1st and goal now.
Sometimes all it takes is one big play. Here's Mosley again with room to run inside the 5, and was a shoelace away from making this a 1-score game on that run there. But it will be 2nd down and goal. The Blazers will bring in some fresh bodies across the front. And now Coach Jack will burn his first time out of the half. The Blazers were late getting on there, and so now this West Georgia sideline is fired up as they are breathing new life after that turnover. And this is a team that you know is going to throw everything they've got at you.
Yeah.
The final rival, they want to do everything they can to hang on to the peach basket and keep it in Carrollton one final time and deny the Blazers the opportunity of bringing it back to Titletown. And so, again, this is one of those games where being the last in a 43-year series, that last team that's able to hold on to that basket's going to have a lot of bragging rights.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're the Blazer defense here, you had a really good possession down here on your own goal line, too. You got away with 1 interception, kept them out of the end zone, and then you had, 3 or 4 plays from about this same distance. You were able to stop them. So I feel like you've got the ability to bring some pressure here and fill those gaps. We've got the big boys in there up front. Get Elijah Juan Sparks
Well,
big defensive linemen in the game, and they're not going to the Wildcat, which is what they did several times in the first half.
So here we go. Mosley, the lone back. A little bit of movement right there. I'm not sure if there was a flinch or it looked like one of the Blazers came across and made contact, but was he drawn off?
Offside, defense number 99 with contact from the neutral zone.
Yep.
After this is to the goal.
It's Olajuwon Sparks, the big-bodied nose tackle, made contact with the center. So that's about a 1-yard penalty. That's about it. But it still inches the Wolves closer to getting right back in this ball game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Mosley, left side, end zone, touchdown. And it's a ball game again in Titletown as the Wolves draw within 7 pending the PAT.
Just ran it off the left side there. Mosley behind some lead blockers. Here's the replay. Watch it right here off the left side. Good job setting the edge there by the Wolves. So we all of a sudden have a 1-possession game now for the
Davalos with the PAT. It's right through there. 8:17 left in this third quarter. Still a long way to go. And it's a ball game again. 27-21.
We'll stay right here.
We'll keep the action right here for you with 8:17, but it's a ball game again. The Blazers, you kind of felt like we're very much in control of this ball game, but as we said, sometimes it takes just one play.
It does, you're right.
That big turnover right there, and now this is a Wolves team breathing new life.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a big turnover on positive side of the field and a couple big plays there quick and cut the lead pretty significantly. You're the Blazer offense, you feel like you need to just settle down a little bit. Don't need to get it all in one clip, right? You can chip away at this clock. And Sammy's a little hobbled, I feel like, maybe.
Yeah.
Got up a little gingerly after the interception or after the fumble recovery, so keep an eye on that. And
yeah, in that first half on the interception, he took a shot.
Yeah,
got
he
up
did.
a little bit hobbly as well.
Yeah,
so
the
he's
low.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. And all of a sudden, if you're West Georgia, you can go back to your game plan.
Oh, yeah.
You're not having to chunk the ball around the lot. You're not having to do
No.
anything different than you planned on coming in here. We thought after that last score they might have tried an onside kick, trying to steal a possession, but nonetheless.
Too early. Too early.
Too early for that. Returnable from inside the 5. Bullard stays on his feet. Got some running room. Watch out. Breaks a tackle. Rodney Bullard trying to house it. It's a foot race, and Bullard will win it. Touchdown, Blazers.
Wow.
99 yards on the return.
No laundry on the field either. Rodney Bullard said, I see you and I raise you a kickoff return for a touchdown. Here's your replay on it. Watch the blocks being set up front. See you right. Great. Look at the blocks. Boom. Right there. Great block right there by Flowers, running back. Really kind of broke that open with Flowers. And then it's just off to the races, baby.
Well, we were talking about West Georgia leading the conference in kickoff return defense, and almost right on cue, the Blazers with a 99-yard touchdown return. The only bad thing is now your defense has got to go right back out there, but the Blazers will take it. Eston Thiel to add the PAT, and once again makes it a 2-possession game at 34-21. 8:01 left here in the third period. We'll keep the action right here for you. And man, we got a flag on that extra point there. But what a change in momentum though, Taylor, in this game. West Georgia with back-to-back scores. They score 14 unanswered points to make it a 6-point game, and then literally, here's
your replay one more time. Watch the block by Flowers on the right side, right there. That's what might have opened it up for us.
A couple missed tackles in there as well, and wow.
Number 56, his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. And there's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team, number 78. That will be his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
So,
did you get all that?
Offsetting personal fouls.
Let's take another look at it.
Different angle.
Different angle right here. You can kind of see the
Flowers. I'm telling you, it was the Flowers block is what did it.
And it nearly got tripped up.
Yep.
The gunner down there nearly tripped up beside the 10-yard line. Bullard great balance, so was able to keep his feet, make some moves around midfield, and house it.
Yep. So now, like you said, one play can change things, and if you're the Wolves, hey, nothing lost. We were just in the same situation, 3 minutes ago on the game clock. So
first returned kickoff for a touchdown for the Blazers since 2021 when Leo Gallimore there again versus Delta State, a 96-yard return.
LC, baby.
LC.
Is that LC? That was LC, wasn't it?
That was LC Gallimore, able to take one to the house 2 years ago. And that's the first one for the Blazers in a couple of years right there. This one goes to Rodney Bullard, who really hasn't returned a lot of kickoffs this year. So there, some late season depth chart changes all the way around in all three phases we're seeing here tonight from really both of these teams. So now Eston Thiel puts his foot into it. That one stays in play, and it rolls away from the return man. A dangerous play there. He stays on his feet. Oh, my goodness. Now it's the Wolves on the return all the way out to midfield. And is there a flag? Yeah, there's a lot of pushing and shoving over on the near sideline there. That's Cam Scott, 19, down on special teams. But did not see a flag at the tail end of that play there. We're up behind the visiting stand, so we hear a lot of it from the visiting crowd, and these Wolves fans not happy. They felt like there should have been a late hit, and they may have a reason to feel that way. Again, it did look like that.
Yeah, he was out of bounds. He was about a half a step out of bounds, but that sideline is so short on the home side. Watch it right there. Yeah, he's more than a half a step.
LaPerry on Perry, with the return there. And, that ball kind of hit no man's land very dangerously, but once again, for the second time tonight on a ball like that, it kind of took a funky roll. Perry was still able to get, they were still able to get the ball out of the end there.
Yeah, we're able to make something out of nothing there. And so you're on positive side of the field now, so Blazer defense needs to buckle down here.
Still a lot of time left in this game, and a lot's happened. Going to throw this one out on first down. Big reception, a lot of room to run. Zay Britt with his second grab of the night all the way down to the Blazer 30. So you kind of feel like this West Georgia offense is starting to settle in a little bit.
Yeah, they're starting to click, or your offense.
And Ben Whitlock is gaining more and more confidence with each throw. Here is Kennedy trying to turn the corner. He's got room to run and will dip out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line, and that'll be good enough for another Wolves first down. So the Blazer defense on their heels here a little bit in this third quarter. That puts a little bit of pressure on your offense to keep on scoring a little bit here.
Yeah, got to go shot for shot with them.
Nick Jackson there to the left of your frame looks ready. Twins to both sides of the formation this time. And that's Kennedy who will step up as the lone back. Whitlock looks, fires in the flat. He's got a man there, breaks the tackle, trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown. That was easy for Steven Peterson, the Georgia transfer, 6'2", 201-pound senior out of Kennesaw, Georgia, who took that short pass and turned it into points. And we've had 3 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes combined in this game.
Throwing it out here in the flats, make a play, make a man miss right there. Might have been a little bit out of the reach there of Billups coming up trying to make the open field tackle. So West Georgia answers the bell.
And that ball was tipped, but it still got through the upright there. So 34-27, and we're right back to a 6-point game.
Yep.
We are in for a shootout the rest of the way, it looks like, in this one. Blazer defense on their heels with 6:44 to play in this third quarter. As we mentioned, still a long way to go as we keep the action right here for you.
Yeah,
wow.
It's kind of one of those settle down moments a little bit maybe. No matter what side of the field you're on, just settle down. I know emotions are running high. It's starting to get a little chippy out there. It seems like anytime we got previous possession there, had offsetting personal fouls, and right there the not called late hit out of bounds. It kind of got a little bit of scrum going on, and then little bit of activity going on post plays here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium on both sides of the ball. So, you know, if you're the Wolves, you need to not let your emotions get the best of you. The Blazers, not let them do it as well.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a little bit of a struggle there in the first half, and offensively, and now we're running out of room here in our third quarter scoring. We almost run out of room on our sheet here. 5 combined scores here just in this third quarter, and there's still 6:44 to play. Looks like Xavier Williams back deep this time. We talked about Xavier. He's top 25 in the nation in kickoff return average, just over 25 yards a return, and see if they even kick it to him right here. They will kick this one a little bit short. It will hit the ground. Xavier will pick it up inside the 10-yard line. He's got a lane. Watch out. Williams is off and running. Flags come flying in. Nonetheless, though, still a good return, although the flags came flying out around midfield, more than likely on the Blazers, but they still should have fairly decent field position. 2-3 flags came flying, but the Blazers nearly had a shot at another one right there.
Going to get a hold on the Blazers return team.
That was Cam Scott actually on the return. And
was it Cam?
Yeah, that was Cam. That was 19 actually who came up. Yeah, Cam picked that one up inside the 10-yard line. And took it.
47, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Sorry, my man. I thought that was
good.
Zay Williams back deep. I do apologize there, but the Blazers are going to get called for the hold.
Khalil, Whitaker.
47.
Khalil Whitaker, the guilty party there on special teams. Nonetheless, though, the Blazers will have it at the 30-yard line. That does negate about 30 yards, though, worth of return yardage there, because Cam got down around the 40-yard line, maybe even a little further than that. But the Blazers will have it 1st and 10. So trying to settle things down here a little bit. And on the ground, patient Rudd. Bud Cheney trying to follow his blockers. Not much there, though, at all. There never was a hole that really opened up on that play. And the clock will roll here, 6:20. Still a long way to go in this one. This game very much in doubt. And you would expect it to be that way. I wouldn't expect it to be a deficit in a big part in either direction in this matchup.
If you're the Blazers, you don't need to get away from what's got you to this point in the game. You know, your attack downfield.
And there's an open receiver. Good look, midfield, still on his feet. And that is Bullard, who goes to the ground for a first down reception.
What I'm saying is you don't need to get away from what got you there, right? We've multiple receivers, spreading it out, going vertical, some crossing routes. Seem to be really effective, not allowing the defense to key on any one specific area or one specific receiver.
Pressure off the edge. Sammy has a man a little too tall there, though. Trying to find B.K. Smith. Again, 21. Michael Merriweather, the safety in the back end. Breaking that one up.
Sammy's doing a good job recognizing the blitz and that last play. Stepping up in the pocket. Might have rushed the throw just a bit as he felt the pressure coming in, but get a second down here at midfield. Feel like you kind of need to score here, don't you?
Yeah. With the momentum the way it is right now, defense on their heels. Counsel Allen in motion. They'll swing it out to him. Allen trying to turn on the Jets, trying to split a couple of defenders. Fights his way to the 45, a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. The Blazers need the Wolves' 40-yard line to keep this drive moving right here. Big 3rd down coming up. Defensively, West Georgia allowing 42% coming into the game today, and that's right what the Blazers average offensively on 3rd down, 43%. Trips to the top left of your screen. And they're going to keep it on the ground right here. Squirting through a hole. That's Cheney, first down. Great play call there. Again,
draw.
Coach Bowie dialing up a little draw play there, spread them out.
Keeping them on. I'm not able to guess, right? Had some 3rd and shorts first half, though deep. You know, right there, run a draw with 3rd and 5. You're not thinking that could be. I was going to go for it no matter what kind of play, but
right.
Good job there by Coach, dialing up a first down.
Guys up front getting it done. Good blocking, bringing pressure here. Oh, great play call. Just couldn't quite get it over to Cheney. Sammy had to get rid of that ball off his back foot there quicker than he wanted to.
Yeah, he made the right check, right? He saw the pressure coming, your dump out route there, your safety net was in the flats and just not able to get it to him. Would have been a big pickup right there if he was able to get it to him, though.
Only 2 games going on tonight in D2. This is one of them, one a little bit later on tonight as we talked about. Western Oregon and Angelo State. Everyone else is in the clubhouse waiting for the selection show tomorrow night. And here's Sammy. Drops, steps up, fires. He's got a man wide open. That's Smith again.
Hurst.
Or is that Hurst?
Yep.
Excuse me. That's number 9 over there on the far side. So Ted Hurst with a big play and a first down to keep the drive going.
Yeah, Sammy avoiding the pressure. Stepping up in the pocket, buying extra time. Good job by Hirsch, not running too far to the boundary, really just sitting in that zone, showing your numbers to a quarterback that's scrambling, looking for a receiver, and good job by Sammy recognizing it, getting it downfield. We are going to be able to get a first down here without scoring. Is just outside of the 10-yard line. Ball set down to 12, I believe.
Yep. Georgia up 20 on Ole Miss in the third quarter. Here's Edwards looking. Keeping his eyes downfield, have to just tuck it and run it. Goes down to the ground dangerously. Every time you see him run, and obviously ball security is just so big right now, and you just want to put 2 hands on the football. If you're either of these teams in a situation right here, you'd hate to see
if you're
Sammy,
you're Sammy, you've already given up 1 fumble for a touchdown. We got a timeout here? What do we got?
Yep.
What do we got?
Looks like someone burned one right here. Who burned that one? 2:58 to play here in the third quarter. And
I guess West Georgia?
Not sure.
No?
I never really saw a signal, to be honest
everybody,
with you.
both teams just started walking to the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. I think they thought there was an official's timeout, but looking up on the board, I never saw one called there.
No, both teams just started walking to the sideline.
Yeah, they're bringing both teams back on the field right here. Not sure what that was all about. So a gain of only a yard on that last scramble there by Sammy. So 2nd down and 9. Again, the Blazers, as my partner mentioned, can get a first down without a touchdown. They get down to about the 1-yard line. Man in motion. Sammy going to fire a corner. That one tipped, knocked away. They were trying to get it to Council Allen, but a great drop there to get a hand on that one by Overstreet.
Huge play there by Overstreet, right? We might have had the defender beat, but Overstreet climbed that ladder and able to get a hand on it, and probably brings up the biggest 3rd down thus far in the game, 3rd and 10.
You definitely don't want to do anything too crazy here. A field goal makes it a 2-possession game again. You obviously want 7, certainly. But
long 9, we're going to call it.
Yep. 3rd and 9 right here.
You're right. A 3 here would, essentially make it another 2-possession game for you.
Sammy looking. 1-on-1 again. Contact in the end zone, but no flag. I believe they're going to say that ball, again, being thrown out of the back of the end zone there was Coach Jack didn't like that. His body language on the sideline. He was all the way down about the 10-yard line, wanting the contact there, but didn't get the call, and so the Blazers will have to settle for a field goal attempt. So this one will be a 28-yard field goal, middle of the field. Eston Thiel 2 for 2 on the night. Has been good from 41 and 37. And this one is also good. 3 for 3 on the night for Eston Thiel. And the Blazers add to their lead by 9 at 37-28. Still a long way to go, though. 2:37 still left in the third quarter. But the Blazers do temporarily make it a 2-possession ball game. We'll keep the action right here for you. 37-28, our new score on the Blazer Sports Media, this presentation on Flow Sports. Appreciate you guys joining us here on this Saturday night, the final matchup for the Peach Basket, the 43rd meeting all-time between these two, as we've talked about. We don't know if they'll continue to schedule each other here and there down the road, but we do know that West Georgia, obviously this is a Wolves program, headed to D1. I guess eventually the Sun Belt, I believe, is where they're headed. And again, it's a situation where you got to wonder what the rest of the conference is going to look like. You feel like there's some teams moving in and out. A couple of new members, obviously Shawan this year. You're going to have another team next year coming in. So, you know, it's not just at the D1 level where we're seeing this major shakeup of divisions and swapping and all those things. It's obviously trickled down to the D2 level as well.
No doubt. And you just don't want to be left behind, right, on whether it's conference strength or, you know, whatever. If you're this Blazer kickoff return team, right, we've had, 3 or 4 back-to-back big returns. You know, some were negated, but they were busted open plays on both sides. So it looks like the Blazers are looking to maybe pooch one here.
This ball again on the ground, and I think the Blazers got it.
Yep.
I think Valdosta State got this football. Wow, that ball hit the ground again. Blazers say they have it. It looks like they jumped on it.
They did.
And they did.
Yep.
So how about that? That ball has hit the ground a few times here tonight, but yet the Wolves have been able to still get returns.
So
but
it
look at that one.
Up. Yeah, backed up on them. And who was that?
That was Wesley Kennedy. Yeah, for West Georgia.
And I'm trying to see who the Blazer is at the bottom of that came up with it.
Good hustle there on special teams.
Yeah.
So how about that? The Blazers hustle down and make a recovery at the 22-yard line.
One more time. Who is this making the reset? The 84? Was it 84?
Yeah, I believe that. It looks like 84 there.
It might have been 84.
Samuel Curry, maybe, the wide receiver out of Tallahassee.
Makes sense.
May have gotten down there and made that recovery, it looks like. Wow, what a play. What a big play in this ball game. So now the Blazers with a fresh set of downs, and they've got some room to run. Steps on the brakes, makes a move, does Rodney Bullard for a first down to the 11. Wow, what a move there.
Yeah.
Made the first man miss and had some real estate in front of him.
Get you guys that can make plays open in space and let them do their thing, right? Bullard right there coming off that flats pass. Made a guy miss and got upfield for the first down.
Take another look at it right here. Right here, Perry on Perry. That was Claude actually in the defensive backfield there that had a chance at him. Here's Cheney. Helmet comes off of a player, and the flags come flying. It's going to be on him.
Yeah, because you got to stop right away, and it's so hard.
Yep. Oh,
that's like he might have taken a shot or something too after his helmet came off.
Tough break there for Jalen Miller, the big 255-pound sophomore out of Tifton, Georgia, just up the street. He lost the helmet but continued to battle, and I believe that's going to be the call.
Yeah, he ended up making the tackle, right? But
yeah.
Personal foul on the defense, continuing to participate after losing his helmet.
Yeah.
Penalties happen to the guard.
That's a tough penalty, man.
That's hard.
It's a player protection penalty, but you can't blame the guy who's trying to make a play. And really a competitor in there.
You're not taught just to stand there and watch a play.
No, you're not. But I mean, for the greater good of the entire game, I agree with the penalty. Even if it's against the Blazers, I agree with that. But just really tough in this part of the field too, right? Because it becomes an automatic first down.
First and goal for the Blazers. Going to swing this one out of the backfield. Eric Watts, touchdown. Blazers. Eric Watts with his second touchdown reception of the year to go along with 4 rushing touchdowns.
Just right here in the flats.
Pitch and catch.
Yeah. Just out-leverage the guy to the outside. Good job by Sammy recognizing where he needed to get that ball and out in a hurry for it to work. Blazers extend the lead, awaiting the PAT.
Wow. What a change of events right here, Thiel, with the PATs right through there. 1:35 left here in this third quarter, and all of a sudden the Blazers have recaptured the magic here a little bit as they now lead it 44-28. And how big have special teams been here tonight for the Blazers?
Third quarter.
The kickoff return, and then the recovery on the kickoff that led to the touchdown.
Well, you also, too, look at a quarter that's been very important. I mean, the whole first half, both teams combined for 27 points. We've got 38 points scored alone just in this third quarter. Trading scores back and forth have the Wolves and the Blazers. And, yeah, special teams, I feel like in this third quarter have been the name of the game. Bunch of big plays have occurred because of the special teams, and it sets your team up for touchdowns and field goals.
Eston Field with 3 field goals here tonight. So the Blazers have answered after West Georgia had 14 unanswered points earlier in the quarter. The Blazers now have rattled off 17 of their own. And now, the return by the Wolves. And again, another return here for LePerion Perry out across the 30-yard line. And some extracurricular activity away from the ball just out of your screen there. No flags, though. And this thing, as you mentioned, Taylor's gotten awfully chippy.
Yep. They expected in a
Not
rivalry game like
surprised.
this. But,
Yeah.
you know, you got both teams appear to be fighting for playoff berths, right? I mean, maybe the Blazers are a little bit more secure in theirs, hopefully. West Georgia feels like maybe if they can get a win here tonight, they might sneak into the playoffs as a 7 seed, 6 or 7 seed. So, anyway, you're seeing that, and it's in-state rivalry, right? So a lot of things in play here for this ball game that can cause that.
On the ground, right into the arms of big Olajuwon Sparks, and that's not going to usually net you a whole heck of a lot there. He's such a big body there in the middle. Jaden Blount as well, 97.
Yeah, Spark. I don't think it was Spark. It was 91, not 99.
Is that Jamari Jones
yeah,
in there?
91
okay.
was
Yep,
your-
I think you're right. Yep.
They rotate them so much up there.
I was
They're all in
gonna
the
say,
90s.
yeah.
A lot of them are in the 90s number. It's easy to happen.
Jamari Jones has been big all year long, the starter. 27 tackles, 4.5 tackles for a loss. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Clock winding down here in the third quarter. Quick little hitch there. Peterson trying to break off a tackle, does so, and is going to be hit. Shoved out of bounds right at the 42. Going to be a yard shy of the first down. Once again, the crowd wanting the penalty there. And nope, they are going to give him the first down. They're going to give him the 43. So that will be a first down, and the Wolves will move the chains here. David Dean, again, the second winningest coach in the Gulf South Conference, 127 wins. Rajays Mosley trying to squirt through a hole, picks up a couple. Good second effort there to stretch that ball across the 45 as time winds down here in the third quarter. Jamari Jones again on the stop. Big defensive line there, Hicks, Jones, Deontay Hunter, of course, Jalen Blount, as we talked about. All those guys with sacks, block kicks, tackles for losses, you name it. And the Wolves are not going to run another play here in the quarter. So the fourth quarter we go. The final meeting between these two as Gulf South Conference opponents. 4 quarters, hands in the air. We'll step aside and be back with the final 15 minutes of this storied rivalry. Stay tuned.
Let's give it up for your VSU Red Hots and your cheer team. And at this time, the band would like to honor Herb Reinhardt's last home season game by playing his favorite song.
Titletown, USA, as we get set for the start of the fourth quarter. They're going to look at longtime athletic director Herb Reinhardt here at Valdosta State, announcing his retirement at the end of the calendar of the school year. As we open up this fourth quarter, West Georgia does so with the football, trailing 44-28. They do get the completion there to Marquise Bridges for the first down. What a great tenure for Reinhardt, obviously inducted, as we talked about, into the Valdosta State Hall of Fame, wrapping up 31 years coming up this May. Unbelievable ride and the success that this entire athletic program has had. A little razzle-dazzle right here, a little flea flicker, and that one is going to be nearly intercepted. Trey Williams, they were trying to get him on a wheel route right there, and the Blazer defense didn't bite.
Yeah, they had it double covered over there. The guy he should have actually been looking for was streaking down the middle with his hand in the air. Number 2 for West Georgia.
Terrell Cole, I believe. You're right. Yeah, it was
Terrell Cole.
Was open there momentarily, but they never saw him.
I think he had a step on his receiver, or on his DB, excuse me.
Yep. So second down and 10. That ball falls harmlessly incomplete. And here we go. Again, that's Rajesh Mosley. Bounces off a tackler, stays on his feet, and will have the first down. Shoved out of bounds by Kyle Cass over here on the near side of the 31-yard line, but another West Georgia first down. So here we go, Taylor. It's elementary at this point. Final 14 minutes left here in the ball game. Blazers, a couple of big special teams plays in that third quarter to get to this lead, but boy, it's really been nip and tuck here.
Yeah, third quarter, back and forth scores. Blazers kind of extend the lead a little bit there late in the third, and Wolves here threatening again.
Nice shot there, down to the ground. Goes to Terrell Cole. He's going to be right at the marker. Went down just a little bit early. Thought he had the first down, but a yard shy. Second and a yard. West Georgia quickly down the field right here, though, trying to maintain pace with the Blazers and stay in this ball game. And I don't believe he got there. No, he lost a yard or two.
Yeah.
So how about that? They were trying to slip Mosley out on a little misdirection play there, a little trap, but Blazers read it again up front. Nice job along that defensive front to force third down. He lost 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 now becomes 3rd and about long 3, maybe 4. Don't pay attention to what your screen says there. It's 3rd and about 3.
4 down territory either way for the Blazers. You got to make 2 stops here, you'd think, of course.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be going for it.
But look at that. You've got, 7 guys right here in the box.
Yeah, they might be disguising something. Back them out here. See if they bring the pressure, they're going to back it out.
Ben Whitlock in there. Lockley. Hit and met immediately. And it's 4th down. Boy, Kennedy Parker not fooled at all. He came shooting through there.
Yeah, something they knew a tendency there, right? They knew something that the play presented itself to be able to read that so effectively. Watch the replay here. Look at this. Boom, right through there, unblocked. Great job by the Blazers. So looks like the Wolves are going to be going for it here. Maybe that play might have pushed them on the verge of field goal range, but I feel like 3 is not going to be enough, so you got to go for it here.
4th down and 6. Whitlock going to put the ball in the air. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. Incomplete, and the ball will go over.
Yeah.
Wow, big pressure from behind that time.
95 for the Blazers.
Yeah. Wow, what a hit there all the way. Allen Ball, defensive lineman right there for Valdosta State. 290 pounds coming at you.
Called his name a couple times. Here it is. He's going to be coming off that backside. Watch the backside pressure. Sheds that block. Throw was going to be low anyway. Not sure if it was going to be enough for a first down.
So the Blazer defense holds, as they've done over the last several weeks. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We were here against Shorter for homecoming.
Yeah.
This Blazer team is going to have to run the gauntlet of West Florida, West Alabama, and West Georgia. They've checked 2 boxes so far.
Yeah.
1 more to check here tonight on their way to a possible postseason. That went in and out of the hands. Dangerous play there to B.K. Smith. And might have been better off that he did drop that. He'd have lost yardage had he caught it.
Yeah.
2nd down.
29 for the Wolves came up. Douglas made that stop, recognized what was happening there. Came up, made the initial contact in the backfield. You're not in a big hurry here if you're the Blazer offense. Incomplete pass does stop the clock, but I think time becomes your friend here.
Gonna swing this one out right here. He's got a man. Council Allen, as we talked about, had a huge ball game last week. Again, he and Rodney Bullard each over 100 yards. Council Allen had 2 scores. Bullard had 1 as well. BK Smith also another big day last week. 8 receptions, 81 yards. It's really been a combined effort by this Valdosta State offense. Sammy Edwards has done a great job of distributing the football this year.
West Georgia gives up about 41% of the time, third down conversions. So Blazers done really well today in third down conversions. Let's see what happens.
3rd and 4. Rick Bowie dialing up the play right here. Going to throw this one out. It's got a man open. First down up across the 40-yard line. Edwards right on the money to his receiver.
BK.
Yep. BK Smith with another big first down grab. How clutch has he been throughout the season?
Sammy threw that ball before BK had even broke on it. Such a trust factor he's got there with his receiving core that he's willing to put the ball up, knowing where he's going to be in a game like this, knowing that they're going to come down with it.
Sammy leads the conference in top 10 in the NCAA D2, as you see a few yards there over the left side by Isaiah Flowers. Sammy, completion percentage, tops in the conference, 8 in the country. Completions per game, 8 in the country. Yards per game, 5th in the country. Yards per game, 5th in the country. As a team, completion percentage top 5. Passing offense, top is number 6 in the country, and passing efficiency is top 10 in the country as well. Going to keep this one on the ground. Patient run again. Flowers gets his number called. Good second effort just to pick up 2.5, maybe 3 to the 48. Another third down upcoming right here, but if nothing else, working some clock right here and winning the field position battle, even if they do have to punt.
You feel like you hopefully can get them field flipped here if you don't get this third, and it's going to be a long 4, in my opinion. So I think a hard count here might get an automatic. Let's see. Yep, boom.
Came across, yep. Hard count right there indeed. You called it, partner, all the way. Drew off the defensive end right here. He and Hannon are giving some credit. Hannon moved, but not until.
Defense number 8. Enters the neutral zone, causing the offensive false start.
That play is just as important as number 57, our right guard, our right tackle, has to move as well, right? Because you can get back. You can get back and still not be offsides. I would have liked to maybe have seen us taking a shot there as well.
Right.
But I
guess free play.
Yeah, free play. But I guess we're good with just getting the first down and keeping the burning some clock here.
Mason Huntley, the guilty party, they're off the edge. It's been a good matchup here tonight, he and Devin Hannon. Here's Sammy. Winds up, throws. He's got a man. That one just beyond the outstretched arms and into the kicking net. Wow, boy, that's a dangerous play. That's a really, as you mentioned earlier, that's a tight sideline, and Ted Hurst went right into the kicking net, and that thing may have seen its better days now. They're going to have to put that thing back together.
Actually, I think the kicking net might have saved Hurst from face planting pretty heavily into the fence as well.
Yeah.
But, real tight sidelines here at Bazemore Hyder Stadium, especially not on the home side, of course, but on the visitor side, really tight.
Blazers also top 10 in the country in red zone defense and net punting, but that's one thing we haven't seen the Blazers do here tonight. They haven't had to punt. And a big run right up the middle. They won't have to punt here again either. First down run, Isaiah Flowers, and now this ground game starting to pick up and trying to wear down this West Georgia defense a little bit, run some clock, field position, maybe turn it into points and try to put this ball game away.
Yeah, you think about the third quarter, Dave. We had back-to-back scores, quick scores by both teams, right? A kickoff return, then a fumble that scored quick after that. Really a clock eater here kind of helps the Blazer defense get a little bit of rest here late in this game.
Flowers again. 4, close to 5 yards, just outside the 30-yard line as this Offensive line, we talk about them. I mean, what a job they've done all year long. Michael Marotta, the center, 6'5", 288 grad. Of course, Jordan Taylor and Daniel Morales, the big guards in there. Morales at 295, and of course your bookends. And Stephen Morrow has played fantastic, 6'5", 295-pound redshirt freshman. And of course, Devin Hannon, the grad, 6'5", 305, the big leader over there at right tackle. Here's Edwards. Steps up, finds a man open. And inside the 20-yard line and a first down once again. Sammy just has such great field awareness.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. But Bud Cheney was the reason for that first down. If you could see a replay on that play, Bud Cheney stepped up and picked up the block that was needed for that play to happen. Bud Cheney did a great job right there, stepping up, sealing that block off, and allowing Sammy to step up and make a good throw.
It's one thing that both these offenses do well. Regis Mosley's we talked about. Of course, Kennedy, they block well.
They do.
Bud Cheney doing the same thing right there. Great pickup partner on that one for sure. And now Cheney rewarded with the give. Spins his way down to about the 17. Picks up a few yards on first down. Once again, now the clock, the enemy for West Georgia. The Wolves are just kind of on their heels right here, trying to turn the Blazers away, but again, 44-28. Still technically a two-possession game right now. 16-point game. So, again, this is a big series right here. If you're the Blazers, you at least want to come away with 3.
Yeah, you got to have a field goal here, I think, if you're the Blazers. And I'm okay with you eating up as much clock as you can here prior to kicking that.
Sammy looking. And there's a penalty marker down. May have a hold here. He's just going to chunk that ball up. And out of bounds. Busy night for David White.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. On the defense, number 8.
Oh, wow.
The penalty is half distance to the goal, and the
Wow.
first down.
Yeah, tough series for Mason Huntley. That one hands to the face defensively there by Huntley, the defensive end. He and Hannon again getting tangled up over there and just got those hands on that rush a little bit too high up into the chin, it looked like, of Hannon, the right tackle here to the near side. And so the Blazers will have it first and goal now after that penalty. And the Blazers, you got to feel like, still 6.5 minutes left, even if they score, game not over, but you feel like if they punch it in here, your chances obviously
improve
significantly, to say the least. Here's Cheney, right side, driving, end zone, touchdown. Cheney's 9th rushing touchdown of the year, his 2nd on the night. And the Blazers, with the score, have extended their lead with 6:19 to play in the ball game.
Yeah, 8-yard touchdown run there by Cheney. Zone blocking up front. Maybe kind of wanted him to go to the left, but saw an opening with the cut back there to the right. Field checks in for the extra point.
Eston has had a great night. 3 for 3 field goal attempts and remains perfect on PATs as well. So how about that? 6:19 left here in the ball game, and the Blazers breathing a little easier in this red clay rivalry as they lead at 51-28. We'll step aside and be right back.
Chevrolet Buick GMC and Valdosta State University, a winning team for decades. We are Prince Chevrolet Buick GMC, located on exit 22 I-75 in Valdosta. Voted the best place to buy a new and pre-owned vehicle in Valdosta. Proud supporters of Valdosta State University.
Hey Blazer fans, Williams Hotel Group is South Georgia's hospitality headquarters with 8 award-winning hotels in Valdosta. Williams Hotel Group has everything to meet your lodging, event, and meeting space needs. Come see us at any one of our conveniently located properties off I-75, exits 16 and 18, or visit us at williamshotelgroup.com. And as always, go Blazers!
School's starting. Is your internet fast enough? Gear up during Extreme's end of the summer sale. Get fast internet as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Extreme's fiber-powered internet gets an A+ for performance, with speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Hurry and get Extreme internet for as low as $19.99 a month for a year. Dial 844-EXTREME2. It's the smart call.
Saturday night football fever here in Titletown. 6:19 to play. Blazers lead at 51-28 over the Wolves. Again, the final meeting is Gulf South Conference opponents in this long storied rivalry. And right now the Blazers starting to feel. There you go, look at Blaze. He and Wolfie, the mascots, they've been going out all night long. And Blaze may very well be coming out on the winning end here tonight as the Blazers get set to boot it away.
Yeah, stretch the lead 51-28. You know, if you're the Wolves, you got to kind of throw all things on deck here and try to get some quick scores, and if anything, show that regional rankings that you know, you're a team that's worthy of a playoff run.
Returnable, little
reverse here.
A little reverse there, and had a shot at him inside the 10-yard line, up to the 25. As the Wolves are trying to do what they can just to get a little bit of field position
like I said, yeah, might have tried to pop one quickly there, like we talked about.
Yep.
Blazers did the same thing on the opening kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And it got called back and a little razzle-dazzle stuff.
Again, looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to see now as kind of look forward for this Blazer team. We talked about the turnaround and just the remarkable season that it's been, and it looks like things, if it stays the way it is, obviously right now, going to culminate in a postseason appearance. You'd have to think, obviously, and it may very well be that the Blazers are right back here next week in round one. We won't know until tomorrow evening, Sunday evening, during the selection show. But, again, meanwhile, the West Georgia Wolves will gear up for their inaugural D1 season next year. A long pass right here, knocked away in the back end. Yep.
Great play there. Blazers number 5.
Yeah, that was a nice job there by
Deontay Hunter. No, that's not Hunter.
Yeah, no.
He's a lineman.
I was going to say,
defensive lineman. But it is number 5. But again, we do apologize for our viewers. We only have one number 5 on our roster, and he's a defensive lineman. That right there does not look like a defensive lineman.
I know, that's not Deontay Hunter. We'll do our best. Like I said, they have switched some numbers around on us, and even our SID here tonight has said they've been driving them crazy with the numbers. So they had a few uniform switches there that we're unaware of. Well, we do apologize. Whitlock here loading up, firing deep in the flats, got a man complete right at the 34. And they are going to give him the catch right to the 35. Maybe a little bit of a generous spot there, but I think they are going to maybe give him the first down, or is he a little bit short?
I think he's short. Daniel Jean, great open field tackle there.
They give him the first? They gave him the first down.
Yeah, they are.
I think they gave him an extra yard.
No, look at that nose. The nose of that ball is right on the 30. 35, excuse me, right on the 35. So anyway, Daniel Jean came up 5'11", 185-pound redshirt freshman out of Miami Gardens, Florida. Made a great open field tackle there.
Trey Williams in motion. He's a fun guy to watch. Going to fire this one up one-on-one, and Kyle Cass is there. He's got the interception. Kyle Cass does it again.
He's had a couple this year.
4th interception on the year. He came into the game top 25 in the nation in passes defended, and now he's got 4 interceptions, which also ranks him up there as well. And another outstanding effort. He's been matched up one-on-one most of the night.
Yeah, he overthrew it, and he ended up running it down. Intended receiver there for the Wolves. Good job by Cass recognizing the deep ball and going up and getting it. So big turnover there. Kind of probably stalls the effort of the game tonight for the Wolves.
Went up, took that ball away. The intended target there, Zay Britt, became the DB on that one, and now it's pretty elementary. The Blazers will work the clock right here, you'd have to think. 5:08 to play, and well on their way to a postseason. Going to swing that out one to Cam Scott. So a win here tonight for the Blazers would give them a share of their 10th Gulf South Conference title. Delta State already a winner today, so they have secured their spot as probably the top seed out of the conference with the higher ranking, and obviously beating the Blazers head-to-head will more than likely get the bye, you would think, as the number one, or they're going to be a number 2 regional ranking, so they'll probably host a first-round game. I don't know if they'll get a bye or not. It's going to the number 1 team out of the region will get the bye. I think right now Delta State was the number 2 team in the regional ranking, I believe. Blazers at 3. 4:27 to play. Swing this one out. Another reception. Cam Scott back-to-back grabs. This one for a first down. The win would also give the Blazers their 13th double-digit winning season. Again, 11 games this year for the Blazers. No bye week, no off week this year. They played 11, just like 11 they did straight last year. 10-1 record if they win here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a great season for the Blazers, right? They come in, kind of wondering what are we going to have, and struggle a little bit early, right? Trying to get those guys getting the feel for their new teammates and second year in the system, and really I feel like the Blazers just kept getting better each and every week.
Straight ahead, Isaiah Flowers. You got to wonder if the Blazers do get in the end zone one more time. Will we see McCall Bennett? We saw her earlier in the year kick an extra point. We saw her on the sideline earlier tonight.
Yeah. I think we're just going to run this ball until the
the whistle sounds, unless we break one. Regardless, though, what a season though for West Georgia. We talked about the Wolves. Things stay the same. Obviously, they'll still finish 6-4 on the year. A lot in front of them as a program. Leaps and bounds the way they've done. They got great facilities. They're going to move up and try to be competitive right off the bat at the FCS level, as Eric Watts was slung down hard right on the midfield strike. It will be third down, 3rd and a long 2 right here for the Blazers. A defense that has some takeaways, 6 interceptions on the year, 20 sacks. They've gotten to the quarterback. 8 fumble recoveries. They lead the conference in tackles for a loss.
I think you get one more first down here, and you
feel pretty good about things. West Georgia has all 3 timeouts, obviously content to just let it roll right here, though. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to bounce it to the outside. You're going to be a little bit short there. You got a yard, needed 2.5. So it will be 4th down. Will we see the Blazers punt the football for the first time tonight, or will they go for it? So how about this? We will see Noah Botsford has played tonight. He's been the holder for PATs and extra points, but
first punt of the night.
Noah Botsford will punt this ball away. Let's brag on him for a minute. Freshman, 41.5-yard average. That's good for 21st nationally, as the Blazers lead the conference in net punting, and they're 5th in the nation in net punting. And that just goes to show you what the newcomer Noah Botsford has been able to do for the Blazers this year from a field position standpoint. And he hits a high. He's been waiting all night long for that one. That one hits about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Nearly got that one to die, and this one will go into the end zone. We'll step aside. 1:20 left. Media timeout. We're back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. and get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Whatever they went through together.
Welcome, guys.
Life well planned. See what a Raymond James financial advisor can do for you.
Welcome back. Bazemore Hyder Stadium, the swag surf going on here. And the crowd, the band, down in the corner as well, getting ready. And Tremaine Jackson doused with the Gatorade bucket prior to the snap right here. And that one just going to sail out of bounds or out of the hand of Ben Whitlock, who took a hit behind that play there. And Coach Jack in the sideline fired up. Good for Coach Tremaine Jackson. Last year, obviously, it was a tough year. Very uncharacteristic season for this Blazer program, but just a remarkable turnaround, the buy-in, and what Coach Jack and this staff has been able to do. Again, his 15th win coming up with the Blazers. It'll 25-10 overall, coming over from Colorado Mesa. And lives by the creed, dog, discipline, obedience, and grit. And this team has played with all of those this year. As that second down pass falls incomplete, it'll be 3rd and 10. But wow.
Coach, after the bath and the lead here with a minute to go, he's still out there coaching strong. Didn't like what he saw right there by his defense.
Absolutely. They're trying to get somebody else over there on the far side. They're chasing somebody else with a Gatorade bucket, I think.
They got him, too.
What a job, we talk about it. And the play call, we talk about Rick Bowie and these coordinators, obviously, too, in their second season coming over with Coach Jack have done a remarkable job. Of course, Brandon Anderson being able to bring this defensive unit so far in such a short amount of time. A lot of new personnel, as we've talked about, but nonetheless have done great. A little dump off right here. Rajay Mosley putting that shoulder down, still bearing his way forward. What a remarkable year for that young man, a Valdosta High grad, a native, playing back here in his high school stadium tonight for West Georgia. The Wolves playing their final game here, their final minute as a member of D2. They are moving to FCS next year. Swing this one out. Oh, intercepted. Akil Lampley is going to walk this one in for a touchdown. A guy that we called a lot last year, somewhat quiet this year, but Akil Lampley, the 6'2", 198-pound sophomore out of Jacksonville, Florida, with a pick six to put the exclamation point on this one.
Yeah, just stepped right in front of that slant. Read it like a book. Look at that. Just stepped right in front of it. Got a flag on the play.
So how about that? The Blazers with the defensive exclamation point here in this ball game.
Golly, what a pick.
Let's see what the call is here by David White.
I mean, he telegraphed that the whole way.
He did.
And that's what Lampley saw and just picked it up and ran with it. So it's going to be unsportsmanlike on the Blazers, right? So he's asking if we want to take it on the extra point or we want to assess on the kickoff.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 30 of Valdosta State. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So we're going to move it back up to the original extra point line.
Yep. Well, we talked about Eston Thiel coming in. I mean, how awesome, he's been over the last couple of years. 3 of 7 on field goals, though, coming in struggled. He's missed on a couple of the last couple of games here tonight, but perfect
tonight, yeah.
Yep, 3 for 3 field goals. And perfect on extra points now as he knocks that one through there. And so 58-28. And, you know, it's hard to believe that as you see Coach Jack doused and all, hard to believe at one point this was a 34-28 ball game. This is a 6-point game.
6-point ball game with
8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, 6 points and a bunch of big special teams plays and turnovers and scoring quicklies, and really just kind of got out of hand there. Towards the end of the third quarter, even in the beginning of the fourth, still respectable game. And anyway, Blazers just started pulling away here. And Coach Jag, look at him hugging Coach Bowie. Look at that, lifting him off the ground right there. That's awesome.
How about that? You see Herb over there as well.
He worked so hard. Head coach, look at that. Offensive coordinator and your head coach.
Gotta love it. Coach Jack, by trade, is a defensive coach, defensive lineman at heart there. Giving love to that offense, though, which has been so explosive. And how about a nod to Sammy Edwards? Is, you know, obviously you just can't say enough about what that young man coming in as a first-year starter and has been just absolutely amazing. And as we mentioned earlier, top 20 nationally in 10-plus categories coming into the game here tonight. And just what a job he's done. Had some interceptions early in the season, threw one here tonight actually, but 24 touchdowns now, I guess, on the season with tonight. It's just, you can't say enough about what that young man, how he has been able to come out week in and week out under a lot of adversity and pressure after playing behind a guy and Ivory Durham, who had been here for 6 years,
If you remember when Sammy had to come in for Ivory in the national championship game and how uneasy he looked and uncomfortable he looked, and sitting behind Ivory last year, and just to what you see today on the field, I mean, it's a night and day. And I understand that experience can do that for you too, right? But just Sammy, he's just a different ball player, right? So right now, if you're the Blazers, you've got more season to worry about. You don't want anything stupid here to happen. Let calmer heads prevail. Get on off the field here. Quit the trash talking.
Yep. I don't know if we have any. I'm not sure exactly how many. There you go. Look at Sammy Edwards right there on the sideline right now with some of his offensive linemen and skill position guys there.
What are you asking for?
Sammy's numbers here tonight.
26 of 40 for 367 yards.
Wow.
3 touchdowns, 39 is long.
Stand over there on the sideline with Kenley, Mariossi. Some of these other linemen here, Andre Turner, Cody Chisholm, and Travius Williams. Again, all those guys really stepping up here tonight. And season running out for West Georgia. Again, the Wolves. As we mentioned, moving on, David Dean will leave D2 as the second winningest coach in Gulf South Conference history with 127 wins. It just had a remarkable stint. And flags come flying out here at the end with 7 seconds left, and you hate to see that.
Well, it's not over yet because you got to run another play.
Yeah, well, it's like you said. I mean, if you're the Blazers, you got to be smart. You got something to play for. And that was on the Wolves.
Yeah,
on the Wolves. On West Georgia, so something happened there. But again, you just want them to take a knee right here and get out of here with it.
Yeah.
But the Peach Basket, though, coming home to Valdosta. Again, it was one of those that they had for 4 straight years. The Wolves took it last year with a 54-17 convincing win in Carrollton. But the Blazers are going to get it back right here and bring it back to Titletown. So both teams will have possessed the Peach Basket in their last season or two after their home win, but it's the Blazers who will end up with it, and they may, I don't know if they'll permanently retire that or not. I can't see this being an every year series necessarily if West Georgia does indeed move to D1. I don't know how they'll schedule moving forward. I'm not sure what's on the table or if anything has been made public as far as the scheduling moving forward, but these two may or may not play for quite some time.
10-second runoff. Yep, 10-second runoff.
So there you have it. The final tonight. The Blazers 58 West Georgia 28 as the Peach Basket returns to Titletown one final time as you see Coach Tremaine Jackson and Coach David Dean with the handshake there as the teams meet at midfield, and the chippiness that's been this game and the rivalry that has been this game for many years played out here tonight with a lot of intensity, a lot of emotion and enthusiasm. But in the end, it was the Blazers who have the final say in this 43-year-old matchup with the 30-point victory, and now on to the playoffs.
Playoffs, baby. Hey, just get in and things can happen. You look at all the years past and just, hey, get me in the playoffs. What can happen? The right loss happens ahead of you, or you get a right victory, and all of a sudden you make a run. You never know.
You never know. Our hats off to West Georgia. Again, I'm a Georgia boy. I love all of our teams. Hats off. Again, congratulations on a great season. Good luck to the West Georgia Wolves moving forward as they make that jump to FCS next year. But there you get a look at it. Coach Tremaine Jackson hoisting the Gulf South Conference trophy. With the win here tonight, the Blazers assure themselves a share of their 10th Gulf South Conference title, and the Peach Basket to boot as well. The celebration is on for the Blazers, who close it out here tonight. This has been a Blazer Sports Media production and presentation of Flow Sports, the Gulf South Conference, and its member institutions. For my partner, Taylor Biddle, and for our entire Blazer Media Sports crew, I'm Dave Garner saying so long, everyone. We'll see you next time.